Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations, guys. Well, Tiffany asked me was I gonna go live last night, so I was like, I didn't go live during the day today because I was running errands and stuff, but I still was able to catch all the shows on the Players Club. But I just took them in um to the store with me. So, guys, we're gonna talk about we're gonna uplift Kamilla Cardoso. We're gonna talk about Kamilla Cardoso. We're gonna talk about the WNBA refs. We're gonna do some sports recaps. We're just gonna have a good time in this hour and 30 minutes or whatever. However long we're up here. My gummy bro is doing his show over there, guys. So make sure you go check him out. Open up both screens if you need to, and support us both. But I needed to go on because I was able to catch Tony when she went on today, so that was good. But I didn't go on earlier with my series or whatever. Hey, in the dark, how you doing, girl? I love you too, in the dark. I was wondering where you been. Oh, in the dark, girl. Um, you gotta watch my video. One of my videos on the playback. Somebody had. Hey, she wins. Somebody had. Took my idea. Um, I ain't saying no names, but girl, you gotta catch it, girl. I did a little video on it or whatever. Oh, I missed you. I've been working. I will watch it. Okay. Oh, hey, Donna. Oh, okay. You've been working. I was just wondering about you because I only did two creative ideas so far, which was for lupus and for breast cancer, and then my bestie supposed to get back to me to her cancer is not curable, so she supposed to let me know what ribbon that is. So it's different ribbons. So I've been doing some creative stuff too, not for the week. Um, but yeah, guys. But I'm glad to see you here. Not for the week, and I know how it is working, girl, because I'm gonna have to get me something for the summer for like maybe like 2 to 3 days before my son go to college in August. He's doing in-state for right now, so he'll still be here. But just to get something, so because I gotta get my tickets in the dark. She Wiz got me on the timer. So guys, I hope your week went great. If it didn't, here's so woosah. No, listen, God got us no matter what. I'm here. I know sometimes we don't know what everybody going through behind closed doors, but let me tell you, for some reason, God would not let me give up. So please don't give up. I'm here anytime to listen. But yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's so beautiful. Not for the week. I'm sorry about your auntie. You got such a beautiful heart in the dark. Oh, God got you too in the dark. It's a lot. See, people don't even know what you go through with doing all of that, and helping out. People don't have no idea. But guys, I'm gonna start that up. I'm gonna start dropping these little short stories to ADP. Her life story, guys. Let me tell you something. You might want to grab your tissue because I'm taking it back to childhood and just hoping that it helps. It helps families of someone that know maybe kids that went through this or families that went through this, just to help. Yeah, we gotta keep on moving, and continue to helping others out, and moving ourselves, because we only one person, but sometimes we think we really super woman. God said, wait a minute, I didn't tell you to handle all that. I got you. So sometimes you know It gets like that sometimes or whatever and stuff. But I've learned that, what I'm saying, even though my assignment is a cheerful giver and all that great stuff, that sometimes I don't have to put it all on my back. So that's a good thing. He taught me that long time ago when I was like, man, I really want to help this person, but I can't help this person right now. So he teaches me different ways to help people. So you know how ADP do. She can go down memory lane for a long time. But guys, we have got to talk about some things. We have got to talk about these WNBA refs. We got to talk about Kamilla. I don't like it. I feel like this is a repeat. I think that people have to be careful with their words when they putting out the hit pieces, because if we're reading it, they're reading it. And remember, Angel and Kamilla already knew from day one what was going on. So they already know everything behind closed doors. And no, we don't know everything behind closed doors, but we do know what we see. And there is a thing called discernment. And I know when I saw my sweet Miller face, I didn't like it. I've been saying free Miller, but we're gonna get into all that too. We're gonna get into we have where coaches are not now starting to step up more, talking about the refs and stuff like that. Okay, like Keisha and Tony now were saying, you want to have it where the refs just call it both ways. We're not saying make it where we can't have any defense in the game, because we gotta have the defense. We don't need them trying to take none of that defense away, because then that's when the game start being boring or whatever. And defense that's built, you can't take it away no matter how you try to do it. And that's like in our Angel Reese, right? And so where's the line going to be drawn? And I get it. Some people say, that's never going to change. That's not going to change. Oh, I'm a believer. Change is coming with these refs. If you're going to call one, you're going to have to call the other. If you're going to reverse a foul on one player, you're going to reverse that one on Angel tonight. I'm just saying that we done seen Angel go be more style, and that was nothing right there. That's like Drake in your feelings type of thing on the court tonight. But listen, I ain't the one to gossip. That's just what I think. Okay, allegedly, I think he was in his feelings or whatever. But still, this ref situation is getting worse, and certain teams have certain whistles just known that they automatically get. I'm calling it what it is, allegedly. Okay, where they automatically get it, and some teams don't even get that. And it seems like no matter where our Empire Barbie, and I say Empire Barbie because she is an empire, and we don't know what Angel got stat back there. She a billionaire, you know what I'm saying, and don't talk about it, I believe. But we see it when it comes to you know, Angel. But you know what, guys? I'm gonna start writing down the teams that I like to dream to play against, because them commentators tonight, they love them some Angel Reese. They couldn't even hide it. I said, dang, I had never heard Angel Reese named that many times with excitement. Up there, it was like Angel, and they even started keeping up with her rebounds and assists. They was keeping up with everything for Angel that was going on. I mean, they would talk about the other players, but they was loving some Angel Reese. And I just like the way, even though what I'm saying, the refs was tripping a little bit, they weren't tripping through the whole game like most of the games that the Dream played. They trip all through the game. But this game they were tripping a little bit, but not as much. And so I was like, oh, finally, just a little break, just a little bit. But yeah, we can't expect Angel to like excuse it all the time. She can't. She's the one being hit with it. She's the one that they're not calling fouls on. So sooner or later, when a person get tired, that's just like a type of bullying. You know what I'm saying? When somebody keep nagging at you and nagging at you, and you like, okay, that's it. The day I know I'm gonna have to fight because I'm tired. So she's getting tired because it's been like this ever since she's been in the W. It's starting to get old. With them keep doing it, and then they not no one's doing anything about it. And then we don't know. Carl Clint could be calling, saying he could be calling up there and saying like, I'm seeing this, I'm noticing this, let me call. We don't, saying we don't know until they tell us anything. Or whatever. But I think, far as Angel going to a new team, Carl doesn't know half of the stuff. He's starting to see it, but he really gonna see it when Angel start getting making those threes and those triple doubles and stuff. He really gonna see how it is. But at least he know that every game they play, everybody that play them is like a Super Bowl. It seems like everybody want to play their best game when they play against the Dream. And we only see what's how many games? We 5-2, 7 games in. You know, so I put up this article, guys. So sorry, guys. I better listen to Goon, huh? Um, So this one is this article, guys, is by the Guardian and Guardian.com or whatever. This was May 22nd, 2026. The WNBA referees are clamping down on physicality. It is helping, or is it helping or hurting the players? So when you're asking this question, is it helping or hurting the players? I think it goes both ways. It depends on who it is. Sometimes it depends on who the team is. It depends on who the coaches is sometimes, or whatever and stuff like that. We don't want them clapping down too much, like I said, because we need our defense in there. We don't need them calling every time somebody play defense or whatever. We just don't need that, because that defense wins the game. We love to see it. Like we said, we like the creative talk when they on the court, when they talking that creative talk. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Go back and forth. I mean, I love it. I love to see it, but not too much now. I was like, JC today. I was ready to suit up. That girl know she ain't had knocked JC out like that. Come on now. You don't want to see ADP suit up, because I can't shoot not one ball. I might could do the free throw though, but I can't be shooting no ball like that. Look, come back and legs be hurt because I don't out there trying to shoot the ball. But anyways, guys, as the article continues, right? It was like after an outcry over inconsistency last year, a task force sought to improve the league's officiating. Now foul calls are up and players and coaches are adjusting. The moment Rakia Jackson went down during the Chicago Sky game against the Minnesota Lynx is difficult to watch. Even days later, Jackson, who had just rushed off physical contact right before she was hurt, was driving to the basket about halfway through the second quarter when she suddenly lurched backward and fell, pointing toward her left knee. The Sky announced Tuesday that Jackson would miss the remainder of the 2026 season with a torn ACL. Tough news to receive when she was only a handful of games into her first campaign with the Chicago Sky after the off-season trade. We're devastated. You know what? I can't do it, guys. I can't read nothing from I can't read nothing from anything they say. Not like that. So I'm gonna skip that because it had Jeff P name up there, guys. So if y'all want to read that little section back, it's theguardian.com, okay? It's talking about the refs, okay? Now, Jackson's injury renewed the conversation about physicality and fouls that dominate the 2025 WNBA season. Last year, much of the focus was on Caitlin Clark, who suffered a series of injuries, but several players ended up missing most of the season. That list included Clark's teammates Ari McDonald, Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, and many others. After one especially vital game last year, Los Angeles Sparks star Kelsey Plum told reporters, I got scratches on my face, I got scratches on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. I get fouled like that on every possession. Okay, Plum. Okay, I see you. Y'all hear what Plum said now. That what she said now. In response to the outcry, right, over inconsistent calls and increased physicality, the task force was assembled during the off season. a move that appears to have been spearheaded by coaches, including Cheryl Reeve and Stephanie White. Okay, we getting all the juice, we getting all the coaches that got something to say so far. Okay, we ain't even put the icing on the cake with Becky. Becky said she gonna take them fines, but we'll get into Becky in just a little minute, right? So Cheryl Reeve, Stephanie White, while the players were negotiating terms for the CBA agreement, coaches were in negotiations of their own, in a sense. The result: consistent enforcement, the existing league rules, especially as they pertain to the freedom of movement. So far, there has been a sharp untick in whistles. While teams averaging about 22 calls per game each last season, there was an average of 17.5 fouls per team. 17.5 fouls per team per game. So to me, what it's looking like they're saying is that I need to see them numbers, guys, because something ain't adding up. I know what they got down here, but okay. So they say 17.5 fouls per team per game. You sure that was for the Sky too? I'm just saying. Okay, but you sure that was for A? Okay, okay. I ain't even gonna go there, guys. But okay, that's what they said, guys. That's what they said. So we're gonna go with that, right? Alex, head coach of Portland Fire, wasn't a part of that task force, but he watched a lot of those off-season conversations from afar and complimented incident increased communications he's had with the league already this season. He has emailed the okay. Listen to this, guys. He has emailed the WNBA's head of he's okay, so he emailed the WNBA's head of referee performance and development to get clarification on calls. I need to highlight that because maybe the fans can also reach out to that. Guys, y'all see that? We need to highlight the end of paragraph number 6 or 7. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so he done emailed them because he need clarification. I need clarification too because some I'm confused on what a guys. I don't know what a foul is anymore. I really don't. The way these ref calling stuff, I don't know. I don't get it. I understand. I understand the motives of some, you know, because we wind up having the same refs, and some of them may have agendas or whatever the case may be, but they be doing too much for me. I understand there's always a lot said in the media about officiating and all of that, but I do really feel like the league's doing some good things to work together. Oh, do you now? You knew, but that's what you figured out already. Okay, okay, Portland. Okay, and I think the communication been great. He told reporters before Portland played Indiana on Wednesday. Okay, this is one of them you gonna mess around and find out. Really, you know what I'm saying? You talk too early, you mess around and find out. Coaches and the league working together has made the conversation surrounding fouling different this season. White told reporters Wednesday, including coaches in the conversation and evaluation, going through some of the scenarios together. I have not been part of those conversations before, but I do think that there's a concerted effort from everyone in our league that we want our game to look different. I think there's also an understanding that it's going to take some time to get there. So, guys, this topic hits a little differently for players who are giving and receiving those fouls. It definitely tell me about it. It does. It would, right? If you're the player getting all your calls or whatever the case may be, you can't see it from a different perspective because you're getting yours, and then some people know they're getting theirs and they just don't care. Okay, I'm just saying. When asked about fouling, responses from players run the gamut. After Jackson's injury, her Chicago teammate Natasha Cloud put the blame on the referees, on top of the points or emphasis that were emphasized at the beginning of the season. Their ultimate job is to control and protect the players in the game, she says. And I think that this group today failed to do so. I'm gonna start right there for a minute. I ain't trying to. Okay, so on paragraph 12, I'm not trying to call nobody out, but I have to put this in there, guys. sometimes I feel like everybody can say, some people can say whatever they want to say, but when it comes to an Angel Reese or Kennedy Carter or Miller smiling through everything, because I'm telling you guys, my daughter, um sorry guys, my daughter does that sometimes where she give it, hold on guys. Thank you. Sorry guys. My daughter does that sometimes where she'll, you know what I'm saying, she'll smile through what she's going through, but you know your children, so you know that's what they do. I mean, she smiled about everything. I'd be like, girl, you all right? And then I noticed that's what she was doing, you know, when she have her moments. You know, she's in her little 20s now, guys, you know, trying to be mama to me, but um yeah, so that's who Miller remind me of. Cause my daughter do that all the time. But sometimes now she be like keeping it real. I be like, girl, you all right? But yeah, so yeah, we know Cloud had something to say. We know she made it clear. She said it or whatever, how she felt or whatever. But when it came down to it, it wasn't on the player didn't do that. You know, the refs, they are doing some things out there, guys. We gotta admit that part about the refs, but that injury on Jackson was not from another player. So let's tap into it. Maisha Hines Allen, who spent last season with Dallas Wings and now plays for Indiana, was anything but resented when addressing the topic. I mean, fouls happen in the game, she said this week. People foul, we do foul. And the refs are just trying to minimize all the fouls. They're trying to do their job, and we're just trying to do ours. Mm, mm. Guys, what y'all think of that? Let me see what the chat. Hey Goon, hey Steven. Yeah. So let me see what my chat is saying. Oh, guys, can y'all hear me? Oh, it sounded like I had a double echo, like I had somebody else talking to me. But yeah, so guys, it like I said, and it explains in the article, it's easy for you to speak about the fouls when the fouls are going in your team's favor, and the players on your team favor. It's easy for you to say that, but you can't speak for everybody else. Yes, this is not about bashing the refs or whatever. Yes, we do have to have refs in the WNBA. But we also, if you're going to call it, make sure you fairly call it all across the board and don't be shady to the other teams. You know what I'm saying? If you call it for one, call it for the other one. If you're not going to do that, it's a problem. It is a problem. Nobody's asking you to overdo your job. Nobody asking you not to do your job, but it's out there. We're seeing it. You ain't got to hide it. We're seeing it point blank. They doing it in our face, guys, and they have no problem with doing it. Period. So she goes on to say the solution would be to find the common ground. She added, Monique Billings missed parts of the Golden State Valkyries 2025 season with injuries. Now with the fever, she says the greater enforcement presents a challenge, but the good kind, something players can rise to. I see it as a good challenge for us to learn how to play without fouling, she said. You have to be more disciplined. We know how it's getting called. It's ticky tack. So having that in mind, knowing that you have to be a lot sharper, just more on point. Um, Emmy, Emily, ooh, let me see. Okay, I don't want to say her name wrong, guys. Emily E, that's what we're gonna do, who joined the fire this season, agreed that changes have a purpose. That's good. That's a good way to put it. She said, Billings comments. How can you IQ wise not find yourself fouling? Exactly. How they tell you not to foul. You know it's a challenge, she added. It's not a bad or good thing. It's just what it is. So we kind of have to do our jobs and to figure that out and hope that they can also do their jobs. But she cautioned referees may need to adjust too. We were prepared on how they were going to call things this year. I think a lot of us are still trying to adjust to it, she said. But I do think one of the issues now, referees have to get used to people who are baiting them because of the way that they change calls. So ultimately, Emily said players are relying on referees to keep them safe. Don't get me wrong, we're all going to complain. We're human. She laughed, but I do think there's a level of protection we do look for from them that maybe they don't understand. So I can get, man, I can get what, you know what I'm saying. I can get with Emily. I can get with Emily. You know what I'm saying. I can get with who else was it? Monique. I can kind of get into what they're saying because they're looking at it from both ends of this, from both ends of the stick, right, guys? Like, you do have to look at it. We don't want any players to constantly get hurt, but who does that apply to? That's why we said we have to make sure they keep it all across the board, because Angel Reese can't catch a break. Like I said, this was a light night of them fouling her, and not getting the calls. But on the average, when the Dream have been playing, it's been ridiculous. It's over the top now. You can't tell. I am not trying to hear all that extra stuff on both sides. No, this is an agenda, alleged agenda. Allegedly, it's an agenda to me. Sometimes we got to keep it real. They don't want us to keep it real. They want us to sugarcoat it, but we know what we see in each of these games. When do Angel Reese actually catch a break when it comes to foul? When has she ever caught a break through a whole game? And some of them, maybe a couple she done, and some of them are ticky tacks or whatever. And some of them, like, they be in their feelings type of thing. But when has she ever had a decent game where she had a fair share of those type of calls for herself? I have not seen it. And people can't get upset or feel some type of way because we're keeping it 100. That's what I'm saying. They got to figure out a way, to call it all across the board, guys. Do y'all gonna see that B more come out? Not just in the fourth quarter. It's gonna come out in all four quarters. And then it's gonna be some things added, because let me tell you something. She has God's favor, so they can keep trying to play with her if they want to, and they're gonna mess around and find out. Because, like I said, when a woman has had enough, it ain't nothing else you can say, because they're watching it, they're seeing it, and they're not calling it. There's no way, guys, and they close up on it, if we can see it. And when they zoom in, we still see it, and they still start to reverse it. So I'm not trying to hear all that. What is this one? Blah blah blah. Okay. So yeah, that's the end of that article for that one. And I tried to scan it a little bit, guys, or whatever. So I won't get too deep into the article, and I'm gonna pull up the one for Becky too, because they make sure they wanted to. They didn't waste no time. CBS Sports didn't waste no time putting that up there about Becky Hammond. Let me add that to the screen. Share screen. So yeah, let me put that in there. Let me add it up here. Okay. So um this is the article where they're talking about Becky Hammond. She's like, give me my fines or whatever. Becky don't care. Becky about it like Mr. P type of thing or whatever. But you know, we can say that in the past and now that this particular team and players do get their fair, not, I ain't gonna say fair share of calling, do get calls. They get a lot of calls. Not may not be every game, but they definitely get their calls in. Um, But sometimes even when they get their calls in, they still tired and they have something they want to say. So Becky like this. She said, "Get look." She was like, "Give me the fire." Aces coach Becky Hammond blasts WNBA refs for free throw disparity after loss to the Wings, and um, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to certain teams, it's crazy though, because when it comes to certain teams and they're the ones actually getting the calls and stuff like that, they still have something to say. But she wanted to point it out and let you guys know about these saying the free throws and all this kind of stuff, how it didn't add up. I'm going to read that to you guys for the breakdown. And this is coming from Becky, and this is what Becky think. And so, guys, we gotta really take note of this. We've seen it over and over and over again. We are so tired of the refs. We don't want the refs um, taking it to the stream. We do have to have refs. Don't get it twisted. We do have to have refs. We do appreciate the refs, but something needs to come, because if you're gonna do it for one, you got to do it for the other. And what exactly are you calling? Don't make up stuff along the way. Cause now I'm confused. I mean, they got so many invented fouls. I don't even know if they put them in the book yet. You know. So we'll see. But according to this article, it talks about Las Vegas Aces roller coaster start to the season continued Thursday when they blew a 13-point lead to the Dallas Wings and gave up 50 second half points in a 95-87 loss. Shortly after the defeat, Becky Hammond let out her frustration. Dblocck played that video earlier. Um, she let out her frustration on the officials in a rant that she ended with, "Give me my fine." The Aces shot 46 shots in the paint against the Wings, and 62 of their 82 field goal attempts were two-pointers, but they only got to the line for 12 free throws, tied for the third fewest by a team in the game this season, and 10 fewer than the Wings' 22 free throw attempts. Hammond was convinced that the officials were not calling the game the same way on both ends. That is true. That is really a problem in the games. For real. She wanted to call out this particular game, but that is a problem in a lot of the games. That's what we keep saying. If you're gonna call it one way, call it the other way. And you know how coaches are. They're gonna go for their team. They're gonna take up for their team, whether they're getting the calls or not. They still gonna take up for their teams, right? So Asia shoots one free throw. Kendall Carter 0. Jackie Young 0. Hammond said. Um, is that Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I remember her saying that because they played it last night in the day. She said, "I'm effing tired, guys, of the BS." That's what she said. She said, "I'm effing tired of the BS," right? Because Becky can use that creative language. She really can. And she said, "I'm not saying that they didn't earn their 22 down there, but when Awak, I hope I'm saying her name right, shoots more free throws than Asia Wilson and Jackie Young and Kenny Carter all combined, that's a problem. We're not getting the same whistle. Give me a fine." The the side swipe um, on Kerr was harsh, but it's understandable that Hammond is frustrated. In a season there has thus far been defined in a large part by the league's new emphasis on freedom of movement, the Aces are the only team in the league that is taking few, fewer free throws per game than last season. Well, since they put it that way, um, I guess Becky did have to say, "I'm gonna take the fine," right? Sometimes we can assume and we can talk about different things or whatever, but when they start putting it, like Tony said, so pretty Tony be on the stats and everything. When you start looking at the research of the stats and the numbers, you see a different outcome. You see a different way of you understanding why she said what she said. To have that come into play, and they're not even 10 games in from last year, that says a lot. So let's go into it. They even got it down here for some of the teams. Uh, they got they got 2025, 2026, and the difference, right? Let me see how many teams they got. So I'm gonna just read the teams off, guys. So it says the Sky had FTAG FTAG 7.1, FTA G 27. The difference is 0.9 for the Sky. The Storm, they had 16 FTAG in 2025. This year they have 24 point FTA G, and then the difference with the Storm is plus 8.9. The Mercury had 17.8 in 2025. 2026 FTA slash G is 25.8. The difference is plus 8. The Mystics had 20.7 in 2025 FTA, and then this year they have 26. The difference is plus 5.3. The Fever had 18 2025 FTA, and 2026 FTA was 22.9. The difference is a plus 4.9. The Valks had 18.4 2025 FTAG. In 2026, they had 22.7. Their difference is plus 4.3. The Dream last year had 18.7 FTA. In 2026, they got 22.7 FTA, and then the difference with the Dream is plus 3.6. The Liberty had 18.7 FTA, and then in 2026 they had 20. So far they got 20.9. The difference is plus 2.2. The Lynx FTA 16.1. 2026 18.3. The difference is plus 2.2. The Suns had 18.2 FTA. 2026 thus far is 19.7. Their difference is plus 1.5, right? The Sparks have 20.4 FTA. The difference is 21.3 FTA. The difference is 0.9. The Wings have 18.4 FTA. And the 2026, they have 19.1. Their difference is plus 0.7. Then when you get to the Aces have 18.5, right? FTA. 2026, they have 8 so far. They have 18.3. Their difference is negative 0.2. So when you come out with a graph and a chart like this, where you have the numbers in this particular situation, Becky had a right to speak out for her team, because now they're showing the numbers, they're showing the difference. She had a right to speak out for her team because she see a difference, even if her team gets calls, even if her team, they get the whistle or whatever the case may be. Even with that, she feels that she needs to address this because it shows in the numbers that the Aces are that team that are not getting their calls. Ooh, my right hand itching, guys. But showing that the Aces are not getting the fair attempts like compared to the other teams. So this is where let me see. I don't know who this is right here. But yeah, so you seeing it. So can you guys, did I pull it up? I want to make sure you guys are seeing it. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys are seeing it as I'm reading it, because this is the difference when we start having, our opinions and everything, and we know. And sometimes, let me tell you something, sometimes them numbers don't add up now. Sometimes them numbers could be wrong. You just got to check back and research it. But when certain outlets put out certain stuff, this is why they put it out. Say, hey, saying this is why Becky Hammond is saying this. Let me show you the numbers, right? So the Aces also tied for the last in the league in free throw attempts per game, 18.3, and our last in free throw rate, 0.255. Furthermore, the 8 free throw attempts in the season opening loss to the Phoenix Mercury are only an instance all season in which a team has failed to reach double-digit free throw attempts. Wilson, who only shot one free throw on Thursday, despite taking 24 shot attempts, including 16 in the paint, led the league in free throw attempts last season at 7.3 per game. This season, she's eighth in the league at 6.3 per game. Young, who has had a rough start to the season, is down for the 3.2 attempts per game last season to one per game this season, while Gray has gone for 2.4 attempts per game to 0.6 per game. And it's not as if Wilson and the Aces are launching threes. In fact, they're 12th in the league in 3-point attempts per game, 20.6, second in the paint attempts per game, 39.8, and first in points in the paint per game. All right. So the Aces quest for a second repeat in the last 5 years started with a stunning 33-point loss to the Mercury in the finals rematch on the ring night. Then they immediately won 4 games in a row, including a dramatic victory over the Atlanta Dream, in which they blew a 19-point lead before Gray hit a last-second game winner. Now they've lost their last 2 games and have given up 101, given up 101 and 95 points to to the Los Angeles Sparks and Wings, respectively. Following Thursday defeat, the Aces are 4-3 and sit in 7th place in the crowd standings. They'll have a chance to get back into the winning column on Sunday when they return to the court against the Golden State Valkyries. Sorry, guys, who are tied for the 5th worst opponent free throw rate in the league, 0.365. So, guys, he a little sleep right there. So, guys, there you have it. A breakdown of why Becky said what she said. You see the numbers up here, guys. You can check this article out. It's CBS Sports. My find the Aces coach Becky Hammond blasts. So all you got to put in Becky Hammond, and it's gonna pop up. You know when the topic's hot, it just pops up. You just put the name in there, and so this gives you some kind of idea of what's going on. It's always more to the story, but this is one just for why she said what she said, and they had the numbers to come with it, and they even had a breakdown for each team. So according to this record, Becky has a right to speak out, even if they do get even if we feel like they get that whistle, that beautiful special whistle in America that a lot of people may have on some teams and some teams don't, even though we may think that they do or say they do, or some may not believe they do. Who knows, Either way it go, these are some facts that, guys, you can roll with and know that hopefully, usually, you know how it is, guys. Usually when a coach speaks out, we see a difference in when the team play again, right? Okay, let me say this. It depends on who the team is, who the coach is. You'll see some changes when it comes to that team. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Angel not getting the calls and everything, and she hasn't gotten it since she's been in the league, change is coming for Angel. You remember, guys, I told you change was coming last year up until now? I'm still saying change is coming, because I keep telling you guys, when people think they're bigger than the program and they can't be touched, that's when they mess around and find out. Because you have people in America that think like that, and they don't believe it. That's why it's so shocking to them when it happened, because they really believe that they cannot be touched. So I I got Angel in prayer that God continue to protect her and whatever she been asking God for, whatever these players been asking God for, I pray that they get it. That's how I do things because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what people going through. So when I be praying for someone, if it's not according to that scripture, um, I'm like, hey, God, whatever they've been praying for you about, whatever's on their heart, please bless them with that. You know what I'm saying? Because when we start naming stuff like we running things, we become a little, that sounds like a little, one sided there. We can't be doing that. But, anyways, um, I think that this year is gonna be different for Angel, and we're gonna see that. Watch. Angel Reese is gonna have a phenomenal year. I know it don't look pretty right now. Some things, some things look pretty, and some things we still catching that we see. But trust me, what the world don't realize, and what I see with Angel is that you can't touch God's favor, and with God's favor, you're gonna go through things. So she's gonna go through certain things, guys, and we just gotta be patient and wait for it because we're in for a great season. We're gonna see them threes go in there. We're gonna see them middies go in there, no matter what these refs try to pull. And that's what I'm saying. Like tonight, you can really tell, like, Portland they did a little bit, but not like that. So I'm kind of like looking at what's when the Dream play who they can play, and it's more of a it's more, I ain't gonna say a relaxed game, but it's less of all the shenanigans. Yeah, we're gonna still see them, but tonight it's like we got a little break, a little bit, just a little bit. And I believe that foul they gave her tonight with the ref, I believe they're gonna take that back. They're gonna take that foul back. I think they should. Because if you did it for one, you need to do it for the other one too. Um, so hopefully, that they can figure it out. I don't know if they had a class with the refs. I don't know what they told the refs behind closed doors. I don't know, guys. I haven't seen anything or whatever. So we'll have to see because the conversations need to be had. They need to, if they're gonna have certain files and stuff like that, guys, they need to put in some type of book. You know what I'm saying? Like they be putting in the workers' handbooks and stuff. They need to have the referee's handbook. I know they got one where they need to make a new version of it. Just like we got the new versions of the CBA, make a new version of it. No, we're not saying not to protect our players, but be fair about it. Be across the board about it. Do something because it's getting to the point where it's getting outrageous, and then it's holding up the game, guys. We're watching the game for an extra 30 minutes to an hour on pause breaks, like you know what I'm saying. For some of us, we be about to fall asleep sometime. Like the Dream, like they were really about to put me to sleep too tonight, but I said they gonna turn it up in the fourth quarter, and they did. But I'm about to go to sleep now for a minute because I'm like, what are we playing? Are we playing hopscotch? What we doing? What we doing here tonight? But I'm so glad they got it together. Um, and it turned around and it was an okay game. These teams got a lot of work to do. I don't care who's playing. I better not see another game like that. You hear me? For either one of them. Either one of them, I better not see a game like that because that was out of control. I'm like, what in the world is going on? You know better. They could have been blew that team. They could have blew that team out the water with more points tonight. But we're just seeing it. It's good to see. You know what I love, even though I've been talking about Clark Clint and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? What I loved about the game, what I love about the Dream since Angel has been up there, we're learning everything. We get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly all together. You know what I'm saying? We get to see, okay, if you don't work together, this could happen. But if you work together, this could happen. Just different episodes. Or if the team is down with the shooting, we have other teammates that can bring it up. The Bigs was in it tonight. And I'm seeing little stuff. I know for some of us it doesn't make a difference, guys, when it comes to certain players, but I believe in Okai. and what Oka is doing, and she just hasn't been playing that long. I'm watching that young lady. Oka ain't gonna be nothing to mess with. We just got to give her grace, the same grace that we give some of the other players. We got to give it to Oka, Oka too. So I'm watching. Oka. You know, what I love about Oka's attitude is that she knows she be acting up on the court. And she learning, right, but she don't give up. I love that, right? So okay, so we're gonna take this down, guys. We're gonna take this one down. Um, Let me see. Uh-oh, what in the world was I about to do? Mess some stuff up. Um, Let me see. Okay, Donna speaking to everybody. Okay, so guys, so now that we've talked about the refs, and I gave you two articles on it, guys. You're welcome to go check those articles out. Now we are gonna talk about Kamilla. Kamilla Cardoso. I'm gonna pull up the video. I'm gonna replay stop and go. I'm gonna take you guys back to this video. I know you guys have seen it in the past, but I want to take you back to it, and then I'm gonna take you to now. And then I have questions for you guys on what's the next steps, because I just think they messed up with writing that hit piece. We can sit here and say, ask for her to ignore it, don't pay it no attention, but she can't when her name is all in that hit piece, all in that hit piece. You know what I'm saying? We know what our players need to work on. We get that they could be critiqued, but some people take it too far. When you tear a player down like that, like that hit piece, that's not. And you could have you got to remember, when you're writing hit pieces on people like that, you got to remember you have family too. Would you want your family to be treated like that? This is her life. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference in critiquing. But when you down a player in the way that um they did in that article, man, it's I couldn't. I mean, Keisha now read it, and Devon and them did a show on it. They did an excellent show on it, or whatever, guys. I'm telling you, I need to go back and watch it. But OMG, like, they took it too far, and they broke that article down. They took that thing too far. Okay, so let's go over here. Um, I'm getting ready to play. I'm gonna attach it. I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna talk about it. Share screen. I'm gonna share the screen, and where that She Wiz at? She better not be hiding. Look, guys, I was messing with She Wiz. I was like, She Wiz, you coming up here? But then I was like, man, Gummy Bro coming on. He coming on too, but I had to come on because I was just like, when Keisha was going over Miller and breaking that article down, I was so upset. Like, my heart is like, man, people got to be careful. You never know what a person is thinking. Did they not look at did they not go back and research the Raven Johnson story? Did they not go back and read about what Lauren Betts said? It doesn't go away. She's still dealing with the mental health. Did they not go and check out Matt Buckets, Plum? I mean, Shamika Holesclaw. If we want to take it back, we could take it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, to mental health, period, in the W. I have a passion for that because I I get it. We in a world, our feelings are gonna be hurt sometimes. Everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna agree with you. I get all that stuff, guys. But there's a time and a place for everything. And nowadays, with so much going on, you have to be careful what you say, because a person could be smiling today and we won't see that same person tomorrow. So what comes out your mouth and what you present out, that you have to be careful. Because then when somebody going through it, don't say, oh, I feel bad for this person. No, you don't, because you wrote that hit piece and you was happy about writing that hit piece for a young lady that you don't even know, that you allowed someone else to tell you to write this hit piece, allegedly, right? They had to get that stuff from somewhere, right? But yeah, I'm gonna did I share screen? Okay, so I'm gonna get ready to play this video, guys. I'm gonna take it back. Did I pull it up? Okay. Let me cut the volume down and let this play out, and then we'll play the video.
If you had to say what the theme of your story is, what is that theme?
I'd say just a 14 years old girl that left her home country behind to go chase her dreams. Growing up in Brazil was really hard. I came from a family that didn't have much, but my mom always made sure that she worked 24/7 to provide everything that me and my sister needed. I didn't have nobody to stay home with me. My sister had basketball practices, so I used to go with her to the arena and just sit on the bleachers waiting for her to be done. And then I started playing, I started practicing, and I fell in love with it. And I was like, this is what I want to do for real. I want to play professional. I want to make the WNBA. So it was a day after I turned 14. I had never been to the United States before, so I didn't know what to expect. And it was the first.
So, guys, when some people say they think, they're not saying they know, but we hear people saying they think that she doesn't want to play basketball. This young lady, this was, and look, believe it or not, the Chicago Sky had posted this. This was a year ago. A year ago. So you're hearing it from her mouth. You're hearing the reasons why from her mouth. Nobody's sitting there making her say it. She's speaking her truth. These players are entitled to speak their truth. And she's speaking her truth on how she feels about the world of basketball. Right? Let me tell you something. If I felt like Kamilla Cardoso is not a phenomenal basketball player, or that she doesn't have a special gift in her, then I wouldn't be a part of her fan club at all. I believe in Kamilla Cardoso. I know that she's going through it. She's been through it so many times with this particular team. You guys got to remember, when a person loses someone, like a teammate, like she's a twin. She's my twin tower. That's what I call them, right? When they lose their twin, it's an impact on them, whether we see it or not. I can take you guys back, and I might pull up some. I can take you back to the pressers, how they interacted, who spoke up at the presses for Miller, and they're sitting beside each other. My favorite pressers were Angel and Kamilla pressers. Those were my favorite pressers because you got to see the reaction, you got to see their truth. And Miller ain't had to say much because Angel knew. They fed off each other. Angel knew what to say. She knew how Kamilla felt. Kamilla felt safe, guys. And when you have a situation where you got to go through change all over again, yes, you hear about the players, you're familiar with the players, but you don't really know them just yet, right? And it's a difference. It's a big difference in change. It's a big difference in when you follow these particular players and you see them posting. She's a poster, guys. She's an inspirational poster. She believe in God, guys. She's writing, she's posting her inspiration, you know, to share with us on her socials and stuff. You know, when they were going through what they were going through last year, she had the post, and the type of scripture she was posting, the type of motivation she was posting was speaking for her, right? And you can't just turn that off. And this is what breaks my heart when it comes to Kamilla and Angel, because they had to stay that extra year, and then Miller is still there. And yeah, I heard the thing. Well, Marsh was saying that she's not going nowhere, and I get that. If she's not going nowhere, if that's what you feel at this point, then make sure that and he probably is. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Checking on her. Are you okay? Let's put this basketball right here, right beside it. But your mental health first, your heart, your passion, everything. Let's talk about that first. Then we can get into the basketball plays because right now, Miller needs our heart. She need the heart to hearts to speak out for her and just let everybody know. Back up off her. And I just love the way Keisha broke it down and Duvall. I love the way they break it down. It was to the point where her and Duvall, when they broke it down towards the end, it was like, man, just free Miller. And people were like, oh well, when people say free people, guys, it's not about it's not about the baddies on the team or nothing like that. Um, this is something where you don't want to see a person, a player that you believe in and that you care about, keep going through the same thing. She didn't ask for that. She didn't ask for that hit piece. I thought Casey was waking up, guys. Um, she didn't ask for that hit piece because I got my headphones on, so everybody probably hear me. But yeah, she didn't ask for that, guys. She didn't ask for that person to write that hit piece like that, and it was intentional. It was definitely intentional. Okay, so I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna keep playing the video.
The first time I was ever gonna leave my family behind me. I was just super excited, but I also was nervous. I was scared. I'll say losing my family was my biggest fear. For the first 4 years, I was super homesick, but I used to call my mom and my sister every night. They used to tell me, there's just better days ahead of you. Don't ever give up. Just keep chasing your dreams, keep pushing. And that's what I did.
Guys, do you know what it's like to come to a different country at 14 years old and to leave your family? Milla is letting you guys know it wasn't easy, but she's letting you guys know what she wanted to do for her family. Okay.
With the third pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Kamilla Cardoso, University of South Carolina.
You had to leave home from Brazil at 15 years old. Why did you believe in yourself so much at such a young age?
I had a goal to give my family a better life. So I'm just so thankful that I was able to be here. Most of my dreams that I had wrote in a paper when I was living in Brazil is accomplished. My mom's biggest dream was that me and my sister graduated college, and I did. And I had a dream to win a national championship. We won 2. Also making to the WNBA, and I made it.
Your center, number 10, Kamilla Cardoso.
Cardoso, there's your touch, and there's your bucket.
Ooh.
Cardoso from behind, tracks it down.
I'm just happy and excited to be here, honestly. I feel like I represent my country really well. Not many of us make it this far, and I did. And I know there's a lot of girls that see me as an inspiration, so just keep chasing your dreams, keep pushing, and everything is gonna work out. Brought to you by your local Ford dealers.
So, guys, I had to play that because I wanted you guys to, and I know I played that when I did a show on Milla, but sometimes you got to remind people that she's speaking for herself. This is her truth, and I don't like to see any players going through anything really. And I know we can't always be You know what I'm saying, somebody's band-aid. But man, they didn't have to write that hit piece like that. Not like that. Because you gotta remember you got family too. And the same way you want people to treat you, you gotta treat other people. And remember, when you write these hit pieces and you think it don't make a difference, later down the line, you're gonna have those generations. It could happen to the same thing you do to someone else can actually happen to the new generation of your family and stuff. You just never know. So you have to be careful what kind of what I'm saying, what kind of seeds you sow when it comes to people. These ladies are still young. Milla is still young, and she's still learning. Um, we know the thing is we know excuse me guys, we know what Miller can do, and we know with the uh with having the right opportunity with at this point and in the right team, she will be able to she'll be able to do that. Right now, I feel like I don't know. I mean, with Mar saying she's not going anywhere, I just feel like one day she will go somewhere, because one thing about it, like I told you, Miller is a very unique, intelligent, phenomenal basketball player. And I think that a new change of scenery, I've seen it. You've seen it with students. When you have students and they, um, um, oh, Tiffany, hey, hey, Tiffany. Tiffany said, "Hey, ADP, where do you want to send Kamilla? I kind of want her in ATL or Houston." I know, Tiffany. I was like, we'd be too. I mean, being spoiled if we had Miller. Man, if we had Miller and ATL, we'd be so spoiled, and that would be our Atlanta dream, right? Um, and you said Houston. You think Houston? Well, I'm saying I don't know. I'm thinking this. I don't know, Tiffy. I'm thinking that when they get to Houston, we're gonna see a new whole coaching team. I think myself, but I could be wrong. You know how they do with the fellas sometimes. But you see her in Houston with Nee. So do you want Nisa to stay there um and go to Houston and Miller go with Nee this time, so they switch up? Oh yeah, that's the way they going. They show tanking. Um, what you want, Colin? It's my son in there. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see how much charge I got up here. No. Oh no, Colin, you can't use it. You gotta go use the black cord. Cause I ain't even have it charging up. I'm up on the live and I ain't have it charged up. You got it? Yeah, he's sleeping. Don't mess with him now. He's sleeping good. He in here. Yeah. hmm But yeah, you said okay. That will be nice, Tiffy. I tell you what, Tiffy. Wherever Kamilla go, she gonna go to a good team, just like Andrew and Kennedy. I'm telling you. I don't know. I was thinking more. Well, Cheryl. But Cheryl, you know how Cheryl do too. So Cheryl picked up what's her name, McCowan. Um, you know, no, was that who was that? Was that Cheryl that picked her up? Yeah, Cheryl picked her up. So I was saying, at first when it all went down, Tiff, I was like, well, maybe she could go to the Lynx or the Aces. What you think? No Lynx and Aces because you think the Lynx are pretty good. You think she should go over there? Why did you say Houston? Why did you choose Houston? Because you wanted her to be beside Nee and Juju. I know why you chose ATL. Because that's when we can really see them really being able to play together. Um, but yeah, that's interesting. I don't know, Miller in Houston. I mean, I'm telling you, wherever she goes, they feed her and put her in the right position and get really go to her and not go to her sometimes and not all the time, um, she can get a sisterhood team. Milla gonna be when she get her sisterhood team, she gonna be off the chain. She already off the chain. She just it's like I can't speak for Milla, um, but when she do speak out, it's like she to me it's like it's so much going on. And I just want her to be okay. I don't want to see nothing happen to our players. People got to watch the signs and be careful. I don't want Kamilla with the aces, to be honest. Okay, I think Kamilla can start in Houston and will have a good vet in BG. Still doesn't have any vets in Chicago. Yeah, right. She doesn't. She doesn't. I mean, she had, uh, scholars over there and clouds over there, but it's like when you that organization, man, that organization, it doesn't matter. We said this before. They got good players over there, Tiffany. They got good players over there, and they don't know how to use them. And it's not on the players; it's on the organization. As we already knew it. But yeah, okay. So I see you. Okay. Well, we could put Milla in Houston because we know ATL will be our dream come true. Man, I wouldn't know how to act, Tiffy. I probably fall up. I probably throw a Wingstop party because I could be wrong, Tiffy. I'm looking at this All Star. I don't know. I'm looking at some changes gonna be happening because listen, when you know that a person is not happy in a situation or it's so much going on that they can't concentrate on whatever they need to do, then do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Let them go somewhere where they will feel appreciated, needed, and wanted. You can fake you need, you can fake you want, but don't keep doing the same thing. That's the problem with that organization. They do the same thing. Their same behaviors they repeat over and over again because they think they can't be touched. And Tiffy, did you watch the episode with Keisha and Duvall where they read that article? That was I mean, they had already started with Rakia, but that article was too much in detail. That article we already know. That wasn't just the average article we're gonna talk about a player. That article was intentional. So all they did was trade one person that was working on the articles to another person doing the same thing. But yeah, I could see Houston because I don't see no New York, no Seattle, no the the expansion teams. Mm, what about Oh, I was getting ready to say Toronto, but I don't know. I think Sandy will maybe good. Tyler is playing Rachel so much like she might be getting shopped around. I wonder if they would trade her in a package deal with Kamilla. Ooh, because mm. You know how they was doing, and we kind of figured change was coming, Tiffy, and they was doing. The next thing we know, Angel was going to the dream. Let me say this: them two, Angel and Miller, man, we don't even know the private things that they went through. We don't know the private conversations. We don't know none of that. What we do know, they both endured and they were going through it with this particular team. And when you think you finally have people around you, so that you could do your thing, um, and you see it a little bit, and then you start to freeze up somewhat. It's not the team, it's not the players, it's not the baddies on Chicago, it's not the baddies on the Dream. It's none of that. It's that organization, Tiffy and Cole. That's what it all boiled down to. And I don't know with but Tiffy, last year Rachel was playing like that too. Rachel was getting that time out there, but she really, really getting that time this year. And it's like I don't know, the momentum changes. Yeah, she can shoot her threes here and there and stuff like that, but I don't know what it is because um who would pick her up though? I mean, would it be an expansion team pick her up? Pick Bam Bam up? I don't know. I'm thinking about all the teams, and unless, I mean, because if she go over there with Fee, Cheryl, she don't play now. Cheryl don't be playing. So, I don't know. I could see that's the only team I could probably see Bam probably going to. But for Miller, I think I like Houston. I think I like Houston for Miller. I think that might be a good one. But wherever she go to, I just want her, man. I just want her in a better place. I know no team is perfect. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see her really happy again. You know how we can see we know they probably happy with certain things in their life, but to see them happy on the court too, that makes a difference. And you could just tell. I think Miller. She. I don't know. It's like she wants to do something going on, Miller, and I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't want the players to go through nothing. I'm like that protective auntie. I don't want them to go through nothing. So we'll see. We'll see what team. But yeah, Houston would be a good one. We'll see what happens with Miller. I just want you guys to remember this has come from Miller, and how she feels. You know what I'm saying? How she feels about basketball. Period. Now, guys, so make sure you keep Miller uplifted on all your platforms, and we're gonna see what happens in the games to come. And because Miller smiles a lot through a lot of stuff. Rachel was being buddy with Paige at Unrivaled. Maybe they send her there, but also the Mercury are losing bad. I don't know. Jeff P is itching to get some of their European shooters. But and here's another thing too, Tiffy. He always is banking on those type of players. They never have a backup. They never have a backup. They don't think back. They don't think future. They think just now. And that's what gets them in trouble, far as that organization. Just now we're gonna have Hawkes. Just now we're gonna, and we don't have no backup. And then when we have someone like Sydney Taylor, we're not gonna really play her until we really have to, right? And then she's out there, she's trying to get the team, do the best she can and trying to get the points for the team. So you probably onto something, Tiffy and Cole. I won't put nothing past them, because they never have a backup plan. And then when they do make plans, they got somebody, but they didn't play her. They didn't play her yet. So it's like a lot of miscommunication in there. It's like a lot of you do what I say type of stuff, allegedly, when it comes through the coaching system. But some more changes are coming. Some more changes are coming, but they're coming in different spots. And the next we got a next change coming over there with that Chicago front office. Watch what I tell you. That's next. Because I'm telling you, we already know, Tiffany, if that changes, then it'll change the whole thing with the team. That I mean, hey, somebody had posted, Tiffany, the other day on Threads. Go ahead, Melanie, and go ahead and get the deal done. You know how people be talking and stuff like that. Just go ahead and get the team. So they were just messing around, but some changes are definitely coming with that organization, and I'm gonna sit back. But one thing I do know, yeah, they not gonna mess with Miller too. They trying real hard. They done started up, but we not gonna have it. So if you say she not going nowhere, Marsh, then make sure while you saying that, and I'm quite sure you are. It's just that um the only boss on that with that front office is Sloot. That's the boss over there. That's who the boss is, allegedly. So and then you knew the players you brought on, you knew what the players could do. Like you can't oh my gosh. It's giving me I don't even want to talk about that part. Yes, Tiffany, I do agree. I do agree, girl, that Miller could go to Houston. Because the more and more you think about it, it's like we keep going back into that same cycle with that front office. Um so yeah, so I had talked about the WNBA refs to Tiffany. I put up two articles about that and why Becky said what she said, and they had numbers to go with it. So um she her doing that, it made sense after you saw the numbers or whatever. Now when it comes to the recaps, oh my gosh, um the recaps on the games. I'm not gonna go over all the games, but I'm gonna go probably let me see if I can pull up the game from tonight and that Vouts and Fever game. Tiffy, I know you I think you was in the chat with the Vouts and Fever game, right? So what do you think? What do you guys think about that particular game? And do you think, like I was asking Tony, was it a good thing? We talked about a little bit on Tony's show about Tiff being not playing in that particular game, which I think was a good thing because it gives you time to breathe and regroup for the next games and for the next time they play against the Fever. Um, to see what they need to do because you don't know what they be saying on that court or what was said. So for like I was telling Tony, for Tip to go to that 10-degree weather, it had to be something real serious. So for her to react in that way, because we know she reacts to different stuff, but to react like that, it had to be more to it with that situation. But what I'm noticing with a lot of teams too is that they lacking that defense. They lacking that defense real bad. And the Dream, um tonight he did a little bit more, Tiff. So we're gonna give Clark Clint, we're gonna give him some grace, and we're gonna keep watching him. We're gonna keep side eyeing and critiquing and doing what we gotta do. We're gonna see how it works out because for me, I just think he not running no plays. He's seeing what works until he can I think until he can get Bree back. And then once Bree come back, I think that's when we're gonna start seeing some rotations. Do you agree with that? Like he trying to figure out how he's gonna do his rotations when she comes back. That we'll see more of a difference because then who else is on? She's the only one out on that team. So um, being able to plug her in, that will put Angel um, in the position that we want her in, and she will be in that paint. I just think with Angel, we're gonna see them threes, we're gonna see them middies, we definitely gonna see them threes because to hit the rim or hit almost inside the rim. Oh, she only need to see a couple go in and just keep doing it. But I think, like Keisha was saying, sorry, that I think they gave her a certain amount of number. If you shoot them, you know what I'm saying? Because they be giving out some money, and so or whatever, just for like motivation, probably in practice or whatever. If you shoot a certain amount or something, who knows? With that team, but she did say they told her to shoot it or they not gonna get her the ball. So I guess she said, I'm gonna shoot tonight. And she did good. I'm proud of her. I don't care if it didn't go in. She shot it and just wait. When them things just start going in and she started doing the half court, that's more added to her game. But it's just all of God's timing with that. We starting to see little by little different skills with Angel. That game tonight, like I said, they could have been won that game. They were just probably having a little party or something before, but they definitely could have won it and wiped them out. Yeah, I was like, what is going on for a minute? That score that at halftime, that was a low scoring game and stuff. And then, the second half, it started picking up. Tiffy said, Carl still getting a side eye. The only reason ATL won is because Angel and Alicia decided to play a 2-man game. I'm still on Carl to pay, but he got 2 more games from me, I guess. Tiffy, you gave him 2 more games. Okay, so Tiff, 2 more games will be we're going into that'll be 9 games, Tiff. We're supposed to give him 10. You got to get Carl 3 games, Tiffy, because we're supposed to at least go to 10. But I really think that, Tiff, do you think that in chat, do you guys think that if that he's holding out for his rotations and stuff until Bree comes back, because that is a big assignment when you have to, even though he's gonna ease her back in there, take his time, you know what I'm saying, with bringing her back on the floor, and she gonna be on limited minutes. Even with those limited minutes, do you think that's when we really gonna see the rotation starting to flow? Because I don't believe, now he could be, guys. Now Carl could be. Carl, if I'm wrong, you call me out too. If I'm wrong. But I'm looking at this and I may not get 100% A on everything when it comes to basketball, but I don't see no plays. I know them little positions and stuff and everything. I'm just saying. And I don't see a lot of that. Like that last game, they could have won that last game with the Lynx, but they did not play that offense through Angel. And they needed Angel to be in the paint. It's okay. Let her be in the paint. But if I'm putting too much on you, Angel, and I don't know what I'm talking about, then you can get on me. But I'm like, man, they could have won that game too, Tiffany. But tonight, I said, if they do not win against Portland, I'm going down the 30, wait a minute, 35, about 40 minutes. I'm going down there, and I'm gonna need to talk to everybody and Carl. Cause I'm with a ATL Barbie at me and she Wiz, and we cooking up some stuff to be up in these games, and I ain't gonna be playing. I go for my birthday month, and then what I'm saying, y'all be acting up. I ain't got time. I need y'all to win that game too. Carl don't know what to do with Angel, to be honest. I look. He got to learn, Tiffany. I know. I think that he's learned. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't think he's running no place. He's learning as he go. Right. He knows now. He knows what Angel can do. He's fully aware. That's why they wanted her. He knows that, but he's learning as he go how to I really think he's actually learning. Tiffany, all jokes aside, I think Carl learning as he go. You know, you can hear about a player, you know what the characteristics of the player are, but until you get that player, you don't know how to add them in there. Even though he said, he giving, it takes time. It's a new system for Angel. He got to get used to her system, and Carr as a coach got to get used to that type of player, that type of defensive player. Our rebound queen, Angel Reese, he has to get used to that too, to add her in there, because he has shooters, and sometimes those shooters probably gonna start, they're gonna probably start to see it, because they know that's what they're gonna have to start doing in some situations where they're gonna have to drive to the basket, because if he's looking at the same thing, if he's looking at the same thing we looking at, far as all them 3-pointers, then I'm quite sure that he'll try to level it out. And like people saying, they're not gonna stop shooting those threes and stuff like that, because that's how he want them to do. That's what's been set up, and that's a habit that's a habit they're gonna have there. They're gonna be shooting them, but I think also we're gonna start seeing a lot more of them going straight to the rack. But yeah, she said, she said, I think Bree basketball IQ would help. Okay, but Carl playbook filled with crayon with crayon scribbles. Portland almost snatched his toupee. Right, Tiffy. I said, I was sitting there watching. At first, I thought that they were gonna put me to sleep tonight. That's the first time where I'm super excited. I cannot. Oh, me and these sinuses, Tiffany. But yeah. So I was like, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. In this game, because I was like, if they lose to Portland, and I'm seeing them where I know they know how to do middies. I know they know how to go up to the rack. But that's the thing about the dream, Tiffy. Regardless of the fact, they always figure it out. It's just that the closer when we get to the playoffs, and when we get to a lot of the games, we can't wait to that fourth quarter like that. But at least this particular game, Tiffy, they didn't start out 0-12, or they didn't wait to. Well, they did wait to the second half to turn it up, but at least they got more points from recent games that got like a lot of points early. So we're seeing different stuff, but you got to keep the lead. You have a 14-point lead and letting them come up back like that, even close, when it started to get like that. You can't let that happen like that, especially with other teams, But guess what? Some other teams have lost against Portland, but the Dream did not. I can say that too, because the Dream really could have tore them out the frame. I was like Keisha, boy. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, we still at 16. We still at 14, 16, 18. I'm like, what are we doing? And it was like everybody just having a fun day. I think that's what it was, Tiff. They were just having a fun day. Or either they said we're gonna play like this because our next game is gonna be against such and such. Because let me see when the Dream play Tiffy. Let me see. And Tiffy, you can come up here, girl, if you want to. Let me see. Let me see who the. I'm gonna put the link in there. Let me see when Atlanta, who the Dream play next. Let's see. Okay, so so they get the Dream getting their breaks. Let me see. Okay, let me drop this. I'm gonna drop this. Is it right here? No, that's share screen. I'm gonna copy this, and okay, and if Tiffy, if you want to come up, you can come up. let me okay. So Tiffy, the Tuesday, okay, so they get a break. What tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So they're gonna get a 3-day break. And then Tuesday they're gonna play the dream. I mean, look at me. Okay, Alicia. Oh gosh, I know look, Tiffy, I know it's that time. I'm starting to call real names around here. um so Tuesday at 7:30, they play against the Dream. It's the Sun against the Dream on Tuesday. Oh, she get to see Nee. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, so Nee and Reese get to see each other. I know they're gonna love that. Um, so that'll be Tuesday. Then you have oh we this is the first time. Oh man, Tiffy, I gotta prepare myself next week. Let me see what is going on next week. Okay, Mr. Bill. You know, Mr. Bill always messing with people. That is just something normal in life. What's on the schedule for next week? Nothing. Okay, so yeah. Oh my gosh, Tiffy, we got girl June 4th. The Dream play against the Fever at 7 p.m. I know Angel gonna love that because she'll get to see Raven. Yeah. Now that June 4th game, because I know they play the Fever again, because I know they play here with the Fever, and I was like, oh, I definitely don't want to go to that one, even though I know it's gonna be at the State Farm, but it depends on. I'm gonna see what. Oh no, June. I have to see what. That's too close up. I know I said July because that's my birthday month or whatever. But yeah, so June 4th, they're gonna play. They're gonna play against the Fever. They play the Mystics on June 6th. Okay, so this is where they're getting a 2-day break. They come back Thursday. They play the Sun. Then they come back and play the Fever. I'm gonna see how he do when they play against the Sun. You know, he might rest a lot of them in and out, so we might see a lot of them in and out of this game. 2 days later, they're gonna play. They play the Fever. Let me see, 2 more days. Okay, so wait a minute. No, ooh, okay. They have a 1-day break. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tuesday, Thursday, and then they play Saturday. Oh my gosh. They got to do it like that so they can get the 44 games in. So they play Saturday and then they come back to get a 2-day break. Oh, okay. So these two games are going to be very important. That June 4th game and that June 9th game. That June 4th game is when they play against the Fever, and that June 9th game is when they play against the Sky. Those two games are going to be very interesting. Um, Liberty, they play the Liberty, and okay, that's what there it is. Okay, so they play, and I know they play the Fever 4 times. I already know. I noticed that at the beginning of the year when they put that schedule up. Okay, so they play the Fever June 4th. They play the Fever June 20th. They play the Fever June 22nd. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Here it go. June 4th. Um June 18th, June 20th, and let me see. 1, 2, 3. They played them again. Okay, so this is all up in June. 3 games in June. They play against the Fever. Let me see. When and I'm trying to see. Aces. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Okay, and then you have that game in August. Okay, so 3 games they play the Fever. They play that Fever in June 3 times. That is crazy work. And then they play. Um, they play them in August. Hey, Tiffy. Tiffy made it up here.
I made it up here. I made it up here. I'm on, what's it called? I'm sick too, so I was like, it's gonna be. We'll see. I can be on for a little bit though, and I'm still on
Yeah, my
Carl's
son is
head.
kicking my tail. Go ahead, Tiff.
No, I wanted to say, Carl, I'm still watching you, Carl. He's lucky. He is very lucky that that Angel decided to assert herself in this game. I don't know. I'm keeping a close eye. I decided I'll give him 3 games. You're right, ADP. I gotta give him 3 games.
Yeah, and then that'll be at game 10. That'll be game 10, Tiffy. You give him 3 games, that's game 10. What is it that you want Carl to do? Is it because I know what you're gonna say, but I need to hear it from you. Far as because do you think in those 10 games by the 10th game will Bree be back? I think Bree on her way back real soon. I don't know when, but I think she on her way back. I know he got to ease her in, but I think she coming back soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Like my evaluation of Carl is based on like his coaching style, right? I want to see him be more vocal because, he should have been got a tech. I didn't even watch his presser because I was like, a press conference because I was like, okay, like your players are getting hacked, your players are getting touch fouls, they're bear hugging Angel, and you're there standing like an egg. Like you have
Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
No, like what is he doing? He like you are you a coach or are you a spectator?
Well, Tiff, like I told you, I don't think, and I could be wrong, but he did it in preseason. And he was saying that he didn't run no plays. He just let them figure it out. I think Carl's still doing that until Bree come back, but I could be wrong. Allegedly, I could be wrong. But that's what it looked like. What you think? You think he running plays for these games? Because I don't think he running. I don't think he run no plays. I think he letting them figure it out until Bree come back. So because for us it might be easy to try to say we want these players here, and then we got to figure out these minutes. But for him, he never had an Angel Reese, so she's new to his system. I know he was like Angel give her time, she getting used to his system, but I think he's getting his time to get used to Angel as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he realized who Angel Reese was until he actually got her. You're like, whoa, wait, them plays probably don't work. Like I'm gonna have to rearrange some things. What do you think?
I think y'all not gonna like me.
Oh man, you look. Oh no.
You know what? That I gotta give him 3 games before I come and snatch his toupee. Just know my hand is on the top of his head, and I got a little bit of it. I got a little bit of his toupee in my hand, and if I need to snatch it real quick, I'm ready to take it. I will say, but you're right. I'm gonna give him 3 more games because, I think that he has no clue what he's doing, but what I saw today is promising.
Okay.
Not from him though, but what I saw was promising from the players because Angel is an energy player, right?
Right.
If her and Alicia can really, Leash can lock in on this 2-man game that they're doing together, I think that we'll see more of what we saw today, which was the other players, kind of following suit. Okay. Let's give Angel because when Alicia was giving the ball to Angel to bring up, then you started to see like less of Jordan Canada and Ryan Howard like hanging back to bring the ball up. This is not Dream Hoops of 2002. This is not, I feel like they still like whenever we see them in practice and stuff, and granted we don't see everything, but whenever we see them in practice or stills, Coach Semesco always has like Jordan Canada holding the ball.
Right.
that's a bad sign, right? Jordan Canada is good for some of the game, but you have to be willing to give Angel more opportunities to run the offense. And I feel like what I saw today was Angel, like, if I had, man, I'll get to, when I start doing video breakdowns, we'll see. But if I could go back to the game, there's a part in like the third quarter where Angel, did you see that when Angel was like whispering to Leash and she was like, all right, we're going to do this. And then they decided to do like a dribble handoff. Leash passed it to Angel. Angel dribbled. Leash cut and then came back, got the ball and shot it. That was one of Angel's assists. One of her early
Oh,
assists
yeah.
in the game.
Sweet. Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah. And then they did it again after another inbound play from the sideline, and Leash passed it immediately to Angel. And then you saw Ryan cut, Jordan Canada cut, Pow cut. Angel dribbled inside, the defenders collapsed, and then she passed it back out to Leash, and she made that shot. That was another assist that she got. So then Jordan Canada did the similar thing too. And I was like, all right, these are not plays, but these are actions that Angel is initiating. And they could have been doing that all game, but they didn't.
I think they gotta trust her, Tiffy. I think it's more. I think now that you said that, Tiffy, it's about how you have somebody new coming in, and I believe, like, you know how Angel in Unrivaled, she told Kai and Gray, just trust me. You do this, and I'll do the rest, and they wind up winning that game. I think it's like that when Angel speaks and stuff, and I think she was doing that with JC last game. So this time she did it with Leash, even though we know they talk on a regular, but it's different when they, what I'm saying, when they on that court. So I think, yeah, Angel got a great, she has a great IQ. She's a great coach. I mean, I know she ain't doing her coaching thing yet, but she has it. She knows that floor. She knows the map of the floor. I don't know what it is. I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna take Carl some time to get used to Angel. He not used to. I think he know of her, but he don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's seeing it now.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I feel like I agree. Like, it comes down to trust. But Alicia, if Leash had not, like, Leash and Angel were doing that 2-man game, and some of it were like hockey assists. So, the person she passed it to ended up not making the final shot, but the next assist made the shot. And I was like, okay, that's because Leash, as the leading scorer and one of the leaders on the team, said, hey, we're going to do this. Then the others follow suit. But what I was noticing is, like, that's not integrated into Carl's system. Carl's system is more dependent on Ryan and Jordan Canada leading these offensive schemes. And that's a problem. So that's why Carl has 3 games before I snatch his toupee clean off his head. Respectfully. Because as the coach, like, yes, it's one thing when another player, leader on the team, says, hey, we're going to do this, and others follow suit. But if the coach says, hey, we're going to do these actions, and for these actions, Angel's going to lead, you don't have to wait until halfway through the second quarter to get your stuff together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't have Carl is not a selfish coach. And what I mean by that, Tiff, is everybody can shine. Like, they're gonna get some, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna still get their minutes. It's just that certain things got to be done certain ways. That's all. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. I don't see where no player can't shine with him, because he's a very, like, heart type of passionate type of coach. So I don't think that should be nobody's concern, which I don't think it is. I just don't know. I just be like, what in the world is going on here? But you're right. He's gonna have to, Tiffy. He's gonna have to make some changes.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I feel like it's good. That's why I want to give him. I don't want to give him anything, but I will give him 3 more games. I'll give him 3 more games, because I feel like when you think about it, right, like, it's good to want to integrate people, but you also have to, like, there's a time and place, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Look at the matchups. Like tonight, it should have been Angel running the point from the beginning. As soon as you saw the ball pressure that the starters, Holly Winterburton shouldn't even be in the league, and she was almost had a career night. She did have a career night because Jordan Canada's too small for this kind of team. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
if he had focused on the matchups coming into it, yes, you can integrate people, but he should have been able to say, okay, the bigs on this team are weak, so let's play
Mm-hmm.
inside out tonight instead of whatever the heck he was. He almost lost in the game until
That
Angel
for
and
yeah.
yeah, Angel and Leash decided like, okay, what can we do to exploit our matchups? Yes, the players are smart enough to be able to do that, but like I
Mm-hmm.
said, Jordan Canada's basketball IQ is not that high, right? She's more of like a scorer before she's a point guard.
Yeah. Sorry, Tiff. I'm not laughing at you. That darn crazy Jacob is crazy. Talk about black women really my weakness because Tiffany pretty. I'm sorry, Auntie. Okay, Jacob. Go ahead, Tiff.
I'm over here trying to drag. Anyway, so what I'm saying is a lot of these issues should be able to be fixed. They're not issues per se, like they will eventually be fixed. But if
Right.
Carl is the coach that y'all are saying he is, and I know Carl has a lot of fanboys and fangirls, okay? Carl's the one coach you can't say nothing about. If Carl is who y'all say he is, then he should be able to assess a team, assess the other team's weaknesses, and exploit those matchups. Like you're saying, ADP,
Mm-hmm.
this game should have been put away in the second quarter.
Right. It was. I was like, I was going to sleep, Tim. I said, wait a minute, let you wake up, wake up. I don't think that saved was Keisha, and Keisha like she about to fall asleep because it was crazy. I was like the points are not moving. Like 2 points here, 2 points there. I said, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like it was like they was just playing on the playground tonight. I'm sorry, Dream. I'm just saying, don't come for me. But that's what it seemed like until you write it until we say that's not me until Natalie, my favorite coach in the W. We ain't talking about no Jacob. We is not talking about Natalie. We talking about Carl. But yeah, that's why I say give him 3 more games too, because the same way Angel got to learn his system, he got to learn who Angel is. See, people love Angel Reese because of who she is, right? And then when he got her on the team, he probably nervous too, Tiff. Look, he probably nervous too. He don't want to mess nothing up. He trying to make sure everybody is included and is trying to figure it out. And I promise you, if he say he watching film, because he always say in his presser that he's watching film. So if he's watching film, then he can see what they did in that fourth quarter and how they won the game.
He's watching Cartoon Network. I don't trust not a thing that man says.
Oh my God, Carl! I'm trying to help you, Carl. I'm trying to, Carl. See, that's why you shouldn't be clean. If you come on to Marvel World, Tiffany won't be hard on you. But see, you over there at DC Comic World, and it's a problem. Tiffany ain't. She not seeing the light. I told her to give you 3 games, and Carl, she only gonna give you 3 games now. When that 10th game comes, Tiffany gonna let you have it.
Yes, I will. I will. And it's not like I just feel like he needs to be like, what's it called? For example, like you were saying earlier about Kamilla, right? Now Tyler's saying, oh, Camilla's not going anywhere. Like without that hit piece that was, and I'm not saying write a hit piece on Carl. I'm just saying like without like additional pressure from external sources, coaches won't step up and do what they have to do, right? So it's kind of like everybody can love Carl and, all he's saying about these shot making. But truthfully speaking, what I want Carl to do, I want him to actually do what he says he's going to do. The 3-ball, whatever, fine. But what happens when the 3-ball's not falling? One of the hardest shots to defend is a mid-range shot. Mainly being because a lot of the defenders in the WNBA are bad, but also they're not quick enough to get to those spots, right? That Paige and AZ, and I'm not glazing, they literally sliced up the aces with a mid-range shot, right? So it's like, if that is a shot that Angel is good at, why isn't he having her take that? I'm looking at Carl like, who are you? Like, what is your skill set as a coach, right? When you have a player who shoots 70-75% at the free throw line, and she's 6'3", 6'4", faster than most of her opponents. Yeah, if the 3-point is open, then shoot it. But why are you having her pass up a good shot for her, right? So I want to see more customization from him instead of one size fits all.
Well, so I'm gonna play the presser. I guess I gotta stop and go with the presser. You wanna Angel and then Tiffy. Nas got another bag on her arm, Tiffy. In this presser. So she's still playing hurt. What do you think about Nas being hurt and still playing the game?
I'm looking at that too, and I noticed another reason I don't like Carl. Well, anyway, I noticed.
Oh, I thought you said Carl Grace. Oh Lord, guys. Oh no, Carl. Oh no, She cooking you, Carl.
I'm gonna give him 3 games, but I don't know, he wants to get Nas going. And
but
when
I think her arm.
That's what I'm saying. Her arm something's going on with her arm. So, and she took 7 or 8 3-pointers today. She made 1, maybe 2. Let me be nice. But I feel like he kept her in the game. And when Tika Kone came in, he took out Angel. Fine, whatever. We have another game coming up in a couple of days. But he left Nas, and I'm like, okay, he's trying to get her into a rhythm, get more points on the board for her to get her confidence up or whatever. But I'm like, if she's injured, let her be injured. His system, that's my problem with his system. If she's injured, he should be able to tweak his system so she doesn't have to do as much and she can handle.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense too. Cause let me show you this. I'm gonna play this presser, but girl, you gotta. I mean, she got the bag on her arm too. Let me play. Okay. Wait. Okay.
All right, guys, we'll jump straight to question. Go ahead, Wilton.
Congrats, ladies, on the win. My question for you guys, obviously, you guys kind of struggled a little bit in that first half of kind of breaking in and basically kind of getting points and opportunities in the paint, but you kind of find a way to get more opportunities for that in the second half. What kind of switch for you guys in that moment?
Yeah, I think it's been a little bit of a recurring theme. I'm just trying to figure out where our shots are going to come from. But I think this team really pride themselves on not allowing their opponents to get in the paint. We just had to find, the open people, whether it's getting downhill or post-ups. We're just really emphasizing it. Shots aren't always going to fall from 3-point line, so we had to make an adjustment and go inside.
My next question, a quick follow-up. Andrew, you get your 4th double-double of the season, 53rd of your career. You seem to be finding ways to continue to build that continuity. What's been working for you specifically, as you kind of build more confidence, and then specifically as you kind of, get the double-double, what kind of worked for you going down the stretch of the game?
Yeah, I just kind of finding ways to get in where I fit in, and I know rebounds is something that I can always rely on, no matter how the game is going. I knew tonight that I was going to be able to get a lot of offensive rebounds, and I think last game I didn't do a great job of getting offensive rebounds or even defensive rebounds. So I wanted to take pride in that tonight and going in there and getting those extra second chance points, but also opportunities for my teammates to kick out on the three.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Angel, great win, ladies.
Thanks.
I won the fourth, 27-13. Two good fourth quarter teams, and y'all just kind of commanded it and got a lead. What was it different going into that fourth for y'all tonight in order to win that fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think it was defensively. I mean, if you look at Nas and you look at Ryan, 11 steals together. I think they went on a stretch where they were just back and forth steals. When you force a team to 28 turnovers, I think a lot of positive comes out on offensive end. We just have to take care of that. So we've kind of emphasized a lot on having that second half surge. We haven't always come out in the third quarter and doing what we were supposed to do. But I think tonight we came out in that second half and did what we were supposed to.
And now, speaking of that, I think the stat was y'all led for 88% of the game tonight. What was it that y'all wanted to jump out there and get on it and just hold a lead like y'all did tonight?
Yeah, we've seen game after game where we, had slow starts and wanted to, and have to claw back. And we just feel like, we're a better team than that. And we just need to put our best foot forward and go from there, not letting up. I think that's the second part. Once you get that lead, make sure that you're putting your foot on the gas and just not letting them back in or feel comfortable at all.
Go ahead, Jamila.
Okay, Tiffany, what you think so far, Tiffany?
I like what they're saying. I love, clearly I'm an Angel fan, so I love anything that she has to say, especially after a win. But and I don't care. I'll glaze into the end of the day. I do not care. But I think that what do you think about? Well, actually, I think that the reason for their slow starts is not sitting at the table in this press conference. But I no shade, no tea, but so I don't know. I think who do you think? Well, not to say who, but why do you think maybe they didn't have a slower start today?
I think, okay, now I'm the light version, so I'm gonna put it like this, Tiffany. I go this way. I'm gonna say that I kept saying that JC needs breaks in there. She needs some breaks in there, and from time to time, and we see how it go, and it went very good. I mean, I don't know. Because how many minutes did JC play? She played a lot, didn't she?
She did, but it didn't feel like a lot, which was great for me.
Okay. So maybe it wasn't a lot. I just think to get like everybody else get their breaks, like he be giving Angel breaks. You know how he be giving Angel her breaks. He made sure she get those breaks. In the players period, but he made sure Angel get her breaks within that that first half and sometimes in that third quarter. So I think if he do JC like that, it will balance out the game more. That's the light version, Tim.
Yeah. I think
because I don't think she played less. She had less today, but I think and two, Tiffy, that would save her. Because I'm just learning. Like last year, I had to dream at number 3, but I was just watching the overall team. So now that we're watching, each of the players is different for me. So, she was I remember her having the injuries and stuff like that. I think that if he give her those type of breaks, it would help her from less injuries too. By giving her, giving her those breaks in between. And look, he's going to have to play through Angel in the offense, and she's going to have to be in the paint, period. Yeah, that's what it boiled down to, Tiff. She's going to have to get in there.
Yeah, I see I see Jordan Canada more like Lindsay Allen. Except at least Lindsay Allen can get the ball to Angel. But anyway, I see her more like Lindsay Allen. So like she can go downhill and she can do stuff like that. But Jordan Canada, after the first quarter, she had an interview and she said, they need to play slower. Like they need to slow it down. And I was like, no, y'all coming off in slow starts and you're talking about slowing it down, sister. What's going on, sister? No, especially with a team like Portland, like they can't, their defense is swarming at times. So
Yeah, now they got some defense over there.
They do, and they're big too. So it's like there's a time and a place to slow it down, but like playing with pace is when you saw the momentum shift and Atlanta got the lead. So I'm not. She's not the only reason for the slow starts. Miss Permission Slip. She also, is a culprit of the slowing starts.
Oh, dang! Oh my! Listen. Atlanta Dream, we love you guys, and Auntie Tiff, lawyer Tiff, she not gonna shoot a code like Keisha and Tony and Bro Clyde never. She gonna give it straight to you, and she me on this side, I'm a little more nurturing, so just bear with her. Sometimes you need this good talking, so it'll help you along the line. But okay, Tim, she on that cooking.
I mean, I'm not, everybody has their slow days. I'm just saying, like, for this, the reason that, they didn't come off to a slow start was that early on, I feel like the two people at the table, the bigs, right? This was a game where the bigs should have dominated, and they did. And that works because decisions, like you have to get the ball to them quickly. They weren't doing that, during the at the beginning,
that first half.
Yeah, so that's why I felt like it was slower. It wasn't as slow because they did get the ball eventually, but if we go back and look at Minnesota versus them, like
they could have won that game.
Right. Gosh. Angel and Nas were open the whole time.
Yeah, it was great. Tiff, that whole game was weird. That I don't want to say because people always do that politics stuff, but it was just weird. It was just so weird.
I'll say it. I mean, I won't say it because I gotta be nice, but I will say there was a lot less team ball versus Minnesota. And I felt like everybody was just kind of like standing in place and watching instead of like this game, when Nas and Angel were open, they were slower to get them the ball, but they at least gave them the ball because they realized like, if I go in the paint and try and do it myself, they're going to send me back to Atlanta. They're going to send me on my behind. So let me go ahead and trust my bigs to get it done. And so I felt like that, Angel and Nas were able to, what's it called when you like dominate? They were able to dominate. They were able to make their presence known in the paint early. And so they're like, all right, cool. They had to rely on them because this couldn't be a game where it was guards versus guards. Like they had to see that the post here, clearly our posts are much better than their post.
And Tiffy, is this a thing with the league, with the bigs? I mean, I know it happens with the Dream, but it happens with a lot of teams when it's coming to the bigs.
Yeah, listen, Chicago, hello. I feel like only a few teams don't ignore their bigs, and it's kind of like I don't like this whole like shoot threes and 5 out because it kind of takes away the importance. Like there's a reason that in basketball you have two players, kind of three, but two players who are in that kind of like paint traditionally in the paint kind of space, because that's where you can cook. That area is important. That's why the mid-range shot is important. But kind of taking that away and making it layups or threes, you're eliminating so much space to work in. And so I think that is why guards feel like, okay, I'm the one who's going to shoot the three. I'm the one who's going to get it done. But that's, the reigning champions are a big focused team. And even like Dallas Wings.
Yeah.
They don't move anywhere without Jessica Shepard.
Cause they left a lot open in that paint in that Lynx game, and I'm like, what is going on? That was crazy to me. It wasn't even about, and I get it. Yes, Cheryl Reeves will make adjustments, but if they were in that paint like that, Tiffany, she would go adjust to losing that game. I'm just saying. I mean, if they had played through, they should have played through Angel, and Angel should have been in the paint for this particular game. But Angel had other duties to do on that floor, so she couldn't do it. She can't do it all, So, man, I just didn't. I was just like, this game is just weird. It just didn't make sense to me. Not when you already played this team before, so you know how they're gonna come at you. I think another thing too, Tiffy, these ladies got to get used to keep having these constant games. Like I said, they'll get a 2-day break, and some days they'll get a 1-day break. They got to get used to some of that, because they making sure they get them 44 games in. You hear me? Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video.
Kamilla.
Good evening, ladies. Congrats on the win. I actually wanted to ask about the technicals that were given out, specifically one that was given out to Carl. Did you see what happened? Was that kind of surprising to you guys? What was your reaction on that?
Yeah, I think we talked about all year trying to control our emotions and staying poised. We emphasized a lot on that. About staying together and staying poised. I'm not sure what happened with Carl, but we hold ourselves high and staying together and just controlling what we can control. We only control what's within our team and just continuing that and following within the game.
Thank you.
Angel nailed it. She nailed it.
Congratulations on the win tonight. Phenomenal effort. I want to ask about Holly Winterburn and spending time with her in training camp. How much did that familiarity help you all to prepare for her tonight? And then what challenges did you see her presenting tonight?
I think coming from training camp, I think her confidence boost. Being able to come out and start in the game and control the pace. I think she did a great job. I think she was calling out some of our plays, which was funny. But I think she's done a great job and has gotten pretty comfortable here at Portland. And I think it's a great home for her.
Oh, Tiffy, you heard Angel?
Carl got 2 games.
Angel is. I love it. I love both. They doing such a good job. Because it's like they know the media are gonna ask those type of questions, like they're gonna ask, and the way she handled that with Carl was good, because they would have been like, "Oh, she talking about," what I'm saying? They would have spent the whole thing. So the way that she handled that was just excellent. And then on top of that, she let you know, I know what you did. Like that B more came out, and the nice version of Marilyn came out because she said, did you hear her, Tiffy, say, old girl, you could see some of the plays from old girl, like old girl was familiar with those plays. Did you hear that?
Yeah, which means like one, Carl's plays is running plays, which is concerning, and two,
maybe he's running them in the practice, but I don't know if he run them on that flow, Tim. But he could be.
But that also tells you, like, okay, in the second half they started doing something else. which
they
is
figured it out. She was doing that too, Tiff. They figured out she was doing that. And
yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. You that upset. I mean, I know they did her that way. And that was kind of like she wanted to have her get back. But to do, like, how did you think they were going? How did she think, especially with a player like Angel? How did she think, and Angel with that IQ, how she think they weren't going to notice that, Tiffy?
You know, I would do it too. I would do it too for a check. Because to be honest, I get why she did it. And I feel like any player would do that too. Especially when you like they cut her on the plane. They cut her on the way to the airport. Like, hello?
Yeah, that was something. That was really something. Yeah, that I mean, but I like the way that, regardless, because they always ask them those type of questions because they assume that they're gonna say something like negative. You know what I'm saying? Like they be asking questions to kind of like try to set the players up, but the players have outsmarted the media because how is that really tied to the game tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they be trying to do that stuff to be messy, Tiff. They ain't had nothing to do with the game. You could have said, like, since she been traded, do you feel like, she playing her game, and all that kind of stuff, not trying to start nothing. So I like the way that Angel answered that question, but it was funny it just was funny, Tiff, how she threw that in there though. But yeah, let me let her finish. Let me see.
Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Nas, this question is for you. Mike Waterloo with the 9 Sports. A couple games ago, we asked Carl about, hey, like, what's it going to take to kind of get Nas going offensively? He's like, hey, that's something we really want to do and really focusing on. We saw the past 2 games, the very, very first offensive series, it was you getting the first shot of the game from behind the arc. How big of a confidence booster is that for you?
Yeah, it's huge. I think that teams are playing me a certain way, really trying to pack in the paint. And the coaches, as well as my teammates, have a ton of confidence in me being able to knock that down. So they continue to instill that in me. But I mean, it obviously, like you said, it's a confidence boost from the beginning of the game, knowing that they're confident in me to knock it down the shot and willing to have that first play ran for me. And they're probably I don't want to give away too many things, but yeah, it's great.
Go ahead, Dave. You there, Malik?
You're on mute, bro.
Hey, my bad, y'all.
Sorry.
For you, Angel, I think most of your assists came from Leash tonight. Just how easy does she make your game when she's knocking down shots like that?
I mean, like you said, super seamless. I mean, her shot is pure. I mean, I think she's an MVP caliber player. It's so easy because I don't know why you would double team inside when you have Leash and Ryan, Nas, Powell, and so many other players that are on the 3-point line that can knock down shots. So I think Leash does a great job just being able to call for it when I'm getting double team, and she just knocks it down every time. We joke around a lot of times if I miss her shot or she misses my shot, but just trying to get those easy assists for both of us, and it's a confidence boost for both of us too.
Take a couple more. Go ahead, Chauncey.
Hey, ladies, congratulations on tonight's win. My name is Shaughnessy from Courtside Cousins. The Lynx game was kind of a measuring stick against one of the league's best teams. What lessons from that loss do you think showed up in tonight's victory?
Yeah, I think a big thing was our ball screen defense. That really, really hurt us last game, and we wanted to take pride in it. Like, we know that we're better defensively than what we showed the other night. And even with the quick turnaround, I think we watched our film. We made sure that mentally we took notes and we applied it. I don't think that we're going to win very many games if we don't play ball screen defense, because a lot of teams are going to go into that heavy. So I think that it was a great showing for us to take that, apply it, and do a really good job on the ball screens this game.
And we'll finish up with Jamila. Go ahead, Jamila.
Just wanted to ask you about Jordan Canada. Saw she went down with that hard fall and then she came back in the game. What have you guys seen out of her tenacity?
I mean, I think Jordan is tough as nails. I mean, she's our general. She does a lot for us offensively and defensively. I'm sure it was sore, but I mean, I think she gets back up. She does a lot for us. So I know that she'll just get back up and get recovery and be ready for the next game for us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
I just, you know what? I love that presser because I couldn't do it, Tiffy. I mean, them questions just like some of them didn't really tie in the basketball like that. Some of them did, but they did a great. Nas and Angel did a great job. They handled those questions well. It wasn't like it was just very like very smart responses. They knew what to say. They knew how to put their words in this in the presser. So no ill will, no negative. You know what I'm saying? It was no negative presser or you trying to put me in the trick bag. They definitely did a great job, and I like the I can kind of feel the chemistry between these two, Tiffy too. Um, I know her, Ra and Alicia um, went to the concert, and it's good to see them outside doing things too. But I just love the way that they handled this presser. What you think?
Yeah, I think
and about their responses about the defense too.
Ha. Sorry.
Because they sure made it clear, but you go ahead. They know. Go ahead, Tiff. They the big say, look now.
right. I was gonna say, I'm trying to be nice, ADP. I'm trying to be nice.
Look, regardless, okay, Tiffy, put it like this. Regardless, it's sisterhood. Just remember it's sisterhood. And with sisterhood, we may have some, disconnect things in there, but at the end of the day, you ride for me, I'm gonna ride for you. Okay, Tiff?
Okay. True. You know what? I will say in a nice way, the guards were less lost on defense today, which was great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's as nice as I can put it.
Because Nas called it out. Nas said it. She called the whole thing out. So I mean, she went when they asked her, she put it out there.
Right.
We know it was the defense.
Right. Because Courtney, man, the way that Angel and Nas, but mostly Angel, had to guard like 3 people last game, disgusting. Those guards were disgusting. But I do think that this game was much better. It was an improvement. So I think that's good. But what I was saying earlier, like it's true. Like Ryan was, and I was saying it not in like a malicious way. Ryan was making a very intentional effort to pass the ball to Nas to shoot. It was clear that Carl kept Nas in the game because he wants to get her going. I said that I hadn't watched this presser yet, so that's what I saw.
Right.
That's what she said. Right.
And that's what she said. She said exactly what you said. I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, Tiffany been saying that. Tiffany was saying that in the chat. Tiffany said it on the panel. She said exactly. They asked, and she was quick too, Tiffany. You know how you be. You know how you be in class and you know the answer. You just wait for that teacher to call on you.
Right.
And it was like one of those type of responses. Like, look, we know, and we had to do what we had to do today to get that win up in there. But this is what makes the dream so special. That's why I was like, it's good for us, Tiffy, to see this in the beginning rather than towards the end of it and them trying to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? So we can deal with this because we're still like 7 games in. Even it's when you start to get to them 15, 20 games and you like, wait a minute. nothing's still not clicking, something's not right, like, but to see, like, even though we don't like the flow and the way the games are going, we see different things that the team is able to do in each of the games, and so add something to their little grade and stuff like that. That's what I see with each game. So tonight, like she said, they figured out what they needed to do, because this is another team that turns it off on the fourth quarter. So now they thinking they gonna be like us, and they not like us. And so they had to go in there and they had to figure it out so we can get this win. Because I was like, if they lose against Portland, because it's a lot of snow over there, I'm gonna go to the Dream myself down there, and I'm gonna say, Carl, look, they need to run some laps or something, because they just lost to Portland. Even though I know some of the other teams have lost to Portland, but Dream has not, because they figured it out. They figured it out. So it was good. And then, too, Tiffy, oh girl, she act like she wanted she act like she was really in her feelings or something when it came to Angel. I said, she get ready to mess around and find out. Angel on the court, like she said, nobody friends, and it don't take her long to figure you out when you playing against her. So I guess old girl thought, because she did that little block and everything, that she had something going on, Tiff. But I was like, she get ready to mess around and find out, because Angel's IQ is really big. Like, Angel is so intelligent as a player and as a coach. As a coach and everything, even though if she wants to be a coach, I don't know. But like, she's very good with that. So you could try, you got your block, but then she got you all the way for the rest of that game. So yeah, I don't even know if I don't think I'll mess with Carl, because Tiffany is not gonna get Carl no time of day. She gonna get him the third degree. She don't care what Carl say, cause Carl keeps saying the same stuff. And I can see Carl now saying, yeah, we figured it out in the end, and I got to go back and watch some film, and we'll just go to the next game. That's what I'm telling you, Carl. That's what I know you probably said, but I don't know, Carl. But I'm glad that the ladies were able to have a great a great post presser. Those type of questions, Tiffy, I don't know where they're getting these people to ask these type of questions. I'm telling you, but I guess they got a job to do. But they found the right two bigs today, because they handled it very good. They answered all the questions, and yep. And that, you see that big bag on Nas, Tiffy. She wrapped up, Tiffy.
Yeah, and you know what's that's the thing. Like, she's probably from.
Yeah, where did she get it from? What happened? Did it start before the season?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think she's had that tape on for a couple of games. But another issue is, like, Megan Gustafson. We know she likes to hook people's arms. Emily Angsler, she'll grab your t-shirt, she'll hold you by the waist, and we know Louisa Geiselsuter, child, that's a mouthful, but she's a dirty player too. Like, she'd be doing all types of things underneath the basket. So it's like, when you're an undersized big like Nas and Angel, you're more prone to getting stuff pulled and yanked and injured, because them girls is big and the refs are not calling anything.
Yeah, cause but it's a way, girl. You don't even know Angel. Angel ain't even thinking about you. When she get on the court, she just playing her game. So for you to, like, just stand there, you better move out the way. I'm sorry, Angel. I know I got to be polite. I'm sorry, but I was like, she better go ahead and move out the way. But she had, like, she want to mess around and find out something. I don't know why she's still standing there. Like she want to be big and bad or something. I'm like, girl, we don't have time for that. We got a game to play. Angel just gonna get you on the next round. Like, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Like, girl, Tiff, these players be tripping me out. But I'm glad that Angel's not afraid. You know what I'm saying? Angel she don't fear nobody. That's what I love about her.
Oh, that's for sure. And that's the thing, like, it's for me, it's like pick a struggle. It's one thing or another. Like, either be doing all this kind of extra whatever because the refs aren't gonna call it, or be a front runner. Like, talk your talk, right? Try and show out.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do both. Like, you just look, to me, it looks desperate, right? If it's one or the
Mm-hmm.
other, then I'm like, all right, cool. You just trying to win, or all right, cool. You just trying to showboat, whatever. But when you're doing both, you're both doing sly stuff underneath the basket, and you're trying to showboat. That tells me that you're showing out because the cameras are on, because the biggest star in the WNBA is right there, and you trying to get a clip for social media.
Mm-hmm. Cause they gonna clip it. Somebody gonna clip it. I ain't even look on threads and stuff, but somebody gonna clip it.
Right. So to me, I'm like, pick a struggle, because y'all lost on top of that too. So had you been
Mm-hmm.
focused on winning instead of trying to go viral, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe you could have more than two braids in your head, Emily Engstler. That's not me though. And
Yep.
Megan Gustafson, I didn't even know she was on the Portland Fire. That's how little she has importance, right? As far
Cause
as,
where she come from? She's not. Has she already been in the or was she on the?
yes,
Oh, okay. Who she played for before she went over there?
she was on the Aces, the end of the Aces bench, but she was
Oh,
on the
that's the one
Aces.
they ain't play her. Okay, they didn't
Yes.
play her. Okay.
I thought she was out the league. I was like, she not with the Aces no more. Good. She wasn't doing nothing. And then I saw her come out again. I'm like, girl, first of all, you're on an expansion team. You coming off the bench behind Emily Engstler. That's already embarrassing. And on top of that, the only reason that you getting these blocks or whatever is because Holly gave y'all the playbook. You're not
Mm-hmm.
even like that. Like, she had 5 points and then it was quiet hours. Like, she not even like that, like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what. And that's. I mean. See, but then. Okay, so then, but the thing is, that's what I'm saying, Tiffy. Though, when you dish stuff out like that, be ready to take it back. So that means the next game they got your number. They got your number the next game, even though they had your number this game, but they really got your number the next game.
Right. I was like, Bree Jones wasn't even out there. Like, Megan Gustafson, Emily Ainsley, that big old Louisa Geyser Suter. Y'all, this was your only opportunity.
Yeah.
Because when Bree Jones come back, y'all losing by 45.
Look, 50.
You might listen, if Angels 3 start falling, it might just be 50.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's shooting them though, because Tiffy, I mean, and it's not like she didn't do that on the sky. She shot a couple, but she didn't do it every game. So now that she see that she could do it, do more, it's like she is finding her peace, and she's already got the confidence. But it's like when you're in a comfortable environment and you're at peace, you're gonna start doing the stuff that you don't normally do more, or what. And then she got the team around her like, hey, I think they be meaning that too, Tiffy. You look, you don't shoot that ball, we ain't giving you the ball when the game start. You're gonna have to shoot that ball. But I think he did probably give them a certain amount to do. And when you have like a respect for your coach, you're gonna shoot those shots because that's how much respect you got for him. So I think he started to put it down. And that's like a kind of goal sheet you have. Like, my coach want me to shoot this many, at least shoot at least this many, what I'm saying, per game. And I'm going to do that because if he believes in me and I'm comfortable, I'm at peace, I don't have no hit pieces, there's no hidden agendas, then I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot those. I'm going to keep shooting. And I'm like, man, she's so close. It's like I was getting hyped up whether she made it or not, or whatever. But I know all that midi and 3-point, half court, all that stuff, she's going to get it, and it's going to be right here in the dream house because now she is really getting comfortable. Because usually Angel do one or two, Tiffy. She did about what? She did about 5 tonight, didn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it meant, she had like 3 official ones and a couple of them were a little bit long twos, but
Okay, they long too. Okay.
yeah, but she did have like 3 solid, like 3-point attempts that were all close. They were just a little bit too strong. So I
So she
really,
pushing the ball too strong when she releasing? Is that what y'all mean when y'all say that, like she pushing the ball too strong or
yeah, so
release?
well, what I'm seeing, I would have to slow it down and look at it, but what I'm seeing is like usually whenever she would make her shots before, it would be much more of a lighter release.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would use her legs more when she shoots. But now with these shots that she's really close to making, she's using her arms a lot more. And so she's pushing the ball out. And it's a quicker release. That's why she has to use her arms a lot more because
Mm-hmm.
it's not really a rhythm shot. She's not in the rhythm like she used to before. Because when she can slow it down and get into the rhythm of her shot, those shots would go in, right? But now that Carl's having her shoot with a quicker release, she's using her arms a lot more, so it's just a little bit too much force behind it.
Okay. So maybe that's why we was like, what is he doing on the court that day? Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe I don't.
Yes, no, yeah, that was a release drill that he was doing to make sure like that's where her arm should be essentially whenever
Oh, okay.
she releases the ball for those shots. And so I'm like, okay, that makes sense, especially like if she's going to be doing more of like catch and shoot or more
Mm-hmm.
of like a step back threes and stuff like that, like she's gonna have to use her arms a lot more anyway. So her release is gonna be a lot more important. So I was like, she's like 1 or 2 games away from figuring out how much force she needs to put into her shot because it's making it to the basket. Like these aren't air balls. So it's where it needs to go. It's just a matter of like refining your technique in game to make sure that whatever Carl's teaching her, she's applying in game within the rhythm of the game.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Angel, you gonna be all right with Tiffy. Then you can't be that hard on Carl like that, Tiff. Now you gotta let up a little bit more. Even though we got you gonna get him 3 more games, okay?
Listen, once I snatch his toupee, I ain't giving it back. So he got
Carl.
3. He got 3 games with me.
Carl, don't get us, cause Tiffy be on everybody's head, and she declared now. Look, Carl, I'm working with you, Carl. She working with you, and into the next 3 games, Carl, cause that's gonna be 10 games. So, I believe in you, and Tiffy just gonna keep it real. Carl, you know it too. You probably know Tiffy ain't tripping. You know she for real too. You probably said the same thing. Cause he be sitting there like he really be thinking, like he be thinking, like he responding to the people, but he be thinking about something else. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm studying people too much, but that's how he acts sometimes, Tiffy. When he's sitting there responding, he act like, yeah, I'm talking to them, but I got other stuff on my mind.
Right. And I'm like, I don't know. That's why I was like, I don't really want to, but I will observe him for like a couple more games because I feel like by 10 games, like you can figure out, okay, is this team gonna do it themselves or is this coach really gonna be the difference maker? Like, what does this coach add to the talents of the team? I think kind of similarly, we saw that with the Mercury last year, um,
Mm-hmm.
and the year before, but really last year we saw, like, okay, who is Nate Tibbetts, right? He gave the whole entire clipboard to AT, and then what he added was different defensive schemes to get them a better chance to win, right? But outside of
Mm-hmm.
that, AT was running it. The players knew what they had to do, right? He put in the actions, and they got to play ball. Carl is trying to do something similar, but he doesn't know his like how to use his players yet. So I'm looking at him like, all right, cool. What I liked about this press conference, Angel also confirmed her and Alicia have been like working together, like trying to, you get my assist, I get your assist, like easy assist numbers, right? That 2-man game, they're being intentional about that.
Okay.
That's
So
a player thing.
that's a good thing for her to. Okay, so that's a good thing for her to add to her sis, because she wasn't getting that right with the Sky. So it's and because Angel's positioned too, that's a good thing for her getting those assists.
Yes, it's also good because it helps, like they help each other, like she was saying, like if Angel has the ball and she's looking, Leash is she's saying that Leash is calling for the ball whenever she's getting double teamed, so she can pass it out, and then when Leash is hitting those shots, now that pulls the defender away from Angel, so now she can do one-on-one. So that helps her score easily, because she's not getting as many double teams, because now Leash is showing you like, okay, I dare you to leave me open, right? She's gonna give me the ball. So that 2-man game helps both of them, because then Leash will just give it back to her if she's still open, or she'll give it to Pow, give it to her, and then Angel can go ISO and she can make shots. She did that with Meg. She was abusing Meg whenever they could no longer double team her, because Leash was making, all it takes is for Leash to make one shot for their coach to say, all right, go, you can't double team her, right? So that 2-man game is good. And I'm glad that Angel's telling us, okay, they joke about it, but they are working together. That's intentional, but that's a player thing. That's my problem with Carl. That has nothing to do with Carl. So how does Carl make it easier for them to continue doing that as players?
That's what I'm saying. I think that we're gonna see that because that will put Angel in the position you guys have been talking about in the chat and the panel, right? When Bree come back. So she would actually be in the paint, right?
Yeah, but then that complicates it too, because like Angel and Leash have added this on top of whatever, Carl got going on. But then now when Bree comes there, Angel's going to have to build a 2-man game with Bree. So that's going to take however many games, 3, 4, 5 more games for them to figure that out together. But that, again, ain't got nothing to do with Carl. Unless Carl says, I want to implement this 2-man game, these actions, right? This high-low, hopefully they can do high-low, between the bigs as part of my grand scheme. This is a play that we're going to do. If Carl doesn't add that intentionally, then, they're just going to have to get in where they fit in. And that doesn't always work.
And that's why I think like he's gonna figure it out. I think he's gonna figure it out because he know that it has to be different for this year for them to go further into the playoffs. And these are the type of players, like he has a good team, like far as the players and stuff. Like how would I put this? Like it's different from last year. We're adding the pieces in there. This is like a totally some of the same players, but this is a different team. And what I mean by that, this is not that type of give up team. Some kind of way, Tiffy, they always manage to figure it out. And I know that Angel is part of that missing piece. But then you got, we got to give Ocott grace because she's a rookie and she hasn't been playing that long. But she's gonna get there. She's gonna get there, and it's gonna be like when we need those, when it's gonna be right on time when a cop make those shots, when she's not turning the ball over. That's gonna happen until she get used to it. But he has a good team, Tiffy. He has a good team. So I think that he's not gonna have a choice but to have to run some plays when Bree gets back. He's gonna have to figure it out because, like you said, they got to figure out that chemistry between them two, which they probably are practicing in they're practicing or whatever. At home, but I know it's different when you get on the court and you're playing against a different team. So yeah, we see that coming in some games too. But I don't know, Tiffany. I see the Dream doing some big stuff, but I tell you, they can't be having me on the end of my seat and have me falling out because they want to wait to the fourth quarter. I don't need that, Tiffany. Not at all the games. And that's why I'm glad this game was a little bit different.
But that's it's a good thing, but it's also like I'm looking a little closely
Uh-oh,
because
Carl.
yeah, they didn't have Bridget Carlton playing. Bridget Carlton, is a good 3-point shooter. She's one of
Oh,
their
okay.
starters.
Oh, okay. Was she out injured? She injured?
I don't know if she's injured. I think they're just resting her because they have a back-to-back.
Oh, and that's another thing too. Like in that Suns game, like I did you see where I said they playing the Fever the same week?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking he may do that for them in that Suns game. I think they'll play to win, but I think they're gonna prepare for that Fever game. But shoot, they ain't got to prepare for that because what they have to do is everybody got to be on with their shooting, and because they got the defense, they definitely got the defense. So they just got to be making sure they on with their shooting because Kelsey Milcher can go off. You know, you just never know. I ain't worried about
Yeah.
nobody else. That's why I ain't mentioning nobody else.
Right. I'm not even trying to think about that game because Jordan Canada can either be really great or she can get cooked. She can get cooked. But I think
Which one, for the Suns game or for the Fevers game?
Oh,
Cause Raven ain't coming to play now. She ain't coming to play. And
that's what I'm saying.
Stephanie gonna put it in there just because. So she know Angel and Raven like sisters. So she gonna put her. She gonna put her in that game.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to remember. I don't think Jordan. No shade, no tea. But all the times that the Atlanta Dream beat the Fever last year, like Jordan Canada wasn't really playing because she was injured. And when they lost the Fever, that was in the playoffs. So I'm just saying, like, I'm very curious to see how she can contribute. I know she'll do well offensively, but how will she be able to contribute defensively? Because usually they put Ryan on Caitlin, and they use Alicia Gray on Kelsey, but I don't know who the third. Like, does that mean that you put Jordan Canada on Lexi? That doesn't really make any sense to me. So I don't know. It should be interesting to see how that works. But I think again, that's another one of those games where you have to exploit the mismatch. Like whoever.
Yeah. So who's the mismatch for the Fever for Atlanta? Let me see, nephew. Okay, Jacob. Me and Tiffany ain't got for so many more minutes, so you're gonna have to catch and shoot in a minute. No crash out, Jacob. No crash out. No extra creative stuff.
I'm surprised y'all still on.
We can ready to get off in a minute, but you gotta let Tiffany was talking. She got to end her plane, but and then I'll let you say what you say, and then we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here after that, Jacob. But I mean, it was a good conversation because Tiffany helped me to understand some stuff, and then what I'm saying, to hear everything she was saying, and Angel and Nas to actually say it. Now we're starting to get our feedback in there. But go ahead, Tiff, and then I'm gonna let Jacob go.
Yeah, to land the plane. I think that it's gonna be like the key to the Fever game will be similar to this game. Yes, they have better shooters, but ultimately, like the mismatch, the biggest mismatch is at the three, between Atlanta and the Fever, and then of course with the bigs. Like they have AB, but if you can get her in foul trouble early, like they did with Megan Gustafson, you kind of take her out of the game, and then you have to give Angel the ball early and give Nas the ball early so that they can put some points on the board and force, the defense to spread out.
Because who is Angel guarding? AB?
No.
AB. But I think
never mind.
no, I think because Nas is too small unless Bree Jones comes back. Nas is way too small to be guarding AB the whole time. But I think that they'll probably do a rotation where if it depends how the refs are calling it, but they'll probably do a rotation where it's Angel, Sika Kone, and Nas rotating. And then if Akot gets in the game, then she'll come and help. But I think that to exploit that matchup, if you can get AB mobile, that's going to help Angel drive to the basket. But if you can get Angel one-on-one versus Mo Billings, that's barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I forgot about Mo too. Oh my. Okay,
No,
I get what you're
that's
saying.
that's not gonna do anything. So basically, if AB is not on Angel, then yeah, that's good luck. Good luck with that.
Oh well, Jacob, who did you have? How would your setup plan be for the Fever?
Well, I looked it up because I thought it was the next game. It's actually a while from now, so I was just
It's
okay.
June. Jacob, that game, the first game. Check this out. They play the Fever 3 times in June, and then the last game with the Fever they play in August. So the first game with the Fever is the first week of June.
Yeah, it's on June 4th.
Yeah, June 4th. So what was your setup to who would you have on the floor? Like if you said Tiffy plan ain't gonna work, what was your plan?
No, I didn't say Tiffy. I didn't mean like Tiffy.
Okay.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like if it's somebody else outside of AB, then yeah, they're basically cooked. It's the Indiana because Angel's gonna barbecue them. That's what I meant.
Yeah. So who is on the? I don't even want to mention it because this is a celebration night. I don't want to be giving credit. So who is gonna guard the player over there? Who's guarding her? Who's gonna be on her? Not like that's a problem.
Oh, you're talking about you know who? Okay. Yeah, you're talking about the white girl from Iowa. Ryan.
Oh, so Ryan will be on her.
Oh, she's gonna want to guard. She's gonna want to guard her.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to see because guys, they're gonna that game is gonna be the one they're gonna hype up, and then they play the Sky too. Do they play the Sky before the Fever or after?
I'm not hyped up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not hyped up about either game because it's just the same old bullshit that's been happening the last 2-3 years. So I'm not really hyped up about it as I used to be.
No, I'm saying everybody. You know how we are. I ain't say us. I ain't say Angel fans and everything like that.
I know.
I'm saying who the people gonna be hyped up about these two particular games. Watch what I tell you when it go down because I do know. Okay, that first Fever game they're not gonna play in the State Farm Arena. I think it's the June 17th or something like that. That's the one that they're playing in the State Farm Arena, and I know that one's gonna be sold out because you're gonna have. I mean. You're gonna have all Angel fans and the Dream fans, all the Dream fans riding them, all their fans coming, and then you're gonna have that other side where you have Caitlin's fans coming too, because that's what Georgia do nowadays. So I could see that for that particular game for the State Farm one. So we'll have to see. That's gonna be an interesting game. I just wanna see if the ref's gonna call it fair. Yeah, okay, good luck with that one. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in this particular game if both teams get fair team calls. Yeah, okay, that's on the wish list. Okay, never mind.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be real with you, ADP. I really don't give a shit about the foul calls. To be quite honest with you, I don't really give a shit.
Why don't you? First of all, why don't you care about?
No, it's because you know it's not gonna happen.
Oh, it look. Eventually, eventually, and it's sad, Jacob. Eventually, something is gonna have to give. I don't know what, but and I get that we can't stop them from doing. You know what I'm saying? Doing that thing.
Yeah,
But
that's why I said that because that's the thing.
okay, yeah.
It's like let me give you an example. Steph Curry, he doesn't get a lot of foul calls.
Yeah, but you know what too, Jacob. I ain't trying to get on my boy Steph, but they sure did him his rookie year just like they was doing Angel. But I ain't gonna go there.
I'm not gonna comment on the rookie season. I didn't see it, so and I was way too young.
Yeah,
For
that's
that.
what they were saying. Yeah, that's what they were saying. I had saw a glimpse of it, right, and that's what they're saying too. So hopefully, Dblocck, he'll since he's doing the basketball channel, he'll start to cover that stuff too. Because I gotta tell him if he covers guys, if he covers like a not so much as a celebration about Michael Jordan for his basketball, just go back and do like how I be doing with the women basketball. If he do one on Michael Jordan, that would definitely add to. We know we're gonna sub over there, but that would definitely add to his other channel too, because they only got the playoffs left. So when I guess he's gonna talk about the different players and stuff, but him going back and doing that with those type of players, that's definitely gonna run them subs up every which way. But guys, anything else you got to say about the games, Jacob? As far as the game tonight, I don't know who played tomorrow.
Seattle and Toronto, Portland and Fever, and let me check them. There's one more. There's three of them.
Oh, the Portland plays tomorrow.
And I'm surprised that Tiffy didn't crash out on me since I said she's pretty.
Tiffany ain't thinking about you, Jacob.
No, I mean it's because she said a little something. Something sparks.
I'm waiting to crash out on Carl, y'all. I told ADP I'm not crashing out these next 3 games. I'ma just, I'm gonna play it cool. I'ma watch, but let them lose. That's why I said I think the third game. The second game would be the Fever. So the third game is the Sky game. If we lose any of those 2 games, yeah, I'm sorry to everybody. Starting with Carl. I'm not sorry to him though.
He's gonna have to play it. I don't know. They you know what? Tiffany, to come to think about it, I think we're gonna be okay with the Sky. I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be all right.
Shut up, Dblocck saying this guy ain't gonna make the fucking playoffs, but okay.
Well, Jacob, they already done moved. Did they move the Bears yet? They don't.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, they've been already messing with y'all teams and stuff like that. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it when you gotta wait for one of your teams, whether it's football, baseball, somebody get it together, like one of you. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I don't be too hard on JD5 like that. I don't be too hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how they go. But that's probably why he just love his city, and he gonna ride for his team. He already done told us now. So we'll see.
Got his girlfriend
because
his girlfriend play this year. That's all I'm gonna know.
Because how many games does Scott play? What, 8, 9?
What do you mean?
When is Carrington coming back? Anybody know?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to see because it's still early. When you got 44 games and you got like team playing 7, some playing 8, some playing 9. We still got to wait till we start getting into like game 20 or something.
That's why I'm not crashing out like Tiffy is.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm not worried about. Yeah, we should, and you know how I have my reason, but look, I'm just gonna stay in my little safe bubble of why I said that. But yeah, I got a feeling we ain't gonna have no problem with that. We ain't gonna have no problem with none of the teams. Just like Tiffy and Jacob was saying, far as the mismatches and just being ready, like he gonna have to he gonna have to come up with some rotations and stuff. Carl, I'm not saying you're not making them, but Tiff said that this what Tiff said, Carl. Tiff said you got 3 games. That's what she said. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna watch and see, and then I'm gonna tell you what Tiffy said because she's gonna be back.
No, true. And the thing is, I think this is a good team. They're gonna make the playoffs regardless. To
They
me,
should. It's not that they should. It's not that they should. It that they will, because that would be bad if they don't.
I mean, but the parity in the league is so like they could lose on any night if he doesn't like get his stuff together. So I feel like, they could easily be the Mercury. The Mercury's record is disgusting because
But Tiffy, unlike last year and the years before, the Dream is a different team. And when and we ain't playing no politics, but when they got you on a certain number and stuff, I'm just saying, we're gonna be in them playoffs.
No, we're gonna be in the playoffs. My expectations I think they could be in the finals, right?
Don't go too far.
They could. They're definitely
Wait a minute, Jacob. What?
No, I'm saying it's because I don't want to put too much pressure on injuries in terms of that situation. That's why I'm saying that.
She said, yeah. I mean, but Jacob, you know how Tiffy is. Tiffy don't. She don't.
I know. That's why I tell
go
a lot
ahead,
of people.
Tiffy. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tiffy.
That's
you gotta
what I'm
let
saying.
Tiffy.
I am delusional in the best way. Like I have championship aspirations for this team.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's
I know.
not.
I get what you're saying, Jacob.
Slow down.
I get.
Just slow down.
Yeah. I get. Go ahead, Tim.
No. I get it. Like I'm not completely delusional. I know it's very likely that the team, will be second round exits. But even still, to me, I'm like, all right, cool. What's the difference between getting kicked out the first round and making it to the second round and not getting swept? The difference is, to me, a coach, like a good coach makes a difference.
Yeah. That's why that's what I'm saying. Like, being that they have so many games, Tiff, we really got to kind of wait till before All-Star, to be honest with you. But when is All-Star? She didn't get. Okay.
I'm gonna have my hand on his toupee. I'm sorry, but
okay.
But
also ADP. When I was referring to that
Carlos Smesco comment, I was talking about like I'm not one of those people that's crashing out when they shit on Carlos Smesco. I'm saying like, oh no, that's not in the Clase for me that I crash out about, not Carlos Smesco. That's what I was referring to.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Sky played 8 games. Okay. I knew the Sky. I was thinking.
Oh, that's what he meant.
Okay. 8. Okay, they played 8 games. Okay, so still 44. Oh gosh, they got a long ways to go. But usually, like Jacob and Tiff can they know kind of in them 10 to 15 games what's gonna go down. So I'm gonna be right along with them. I'm gonna still be in my corner, guys. But I think about that time we can kind of see like far as the team chemistry and stuff. Because Bria be back in. Well, Tiff, I don't know now, Tiff. You might have to. You might have to go over that because he may not have Bree back just yet. So how is you gonna gauge it without? You said you got to give Bree at least 3 or 4 games for the chemistry with her and Angel on the court.
Yeah,
but Angel on the court.
Bree and when Bree comes back, Bree and Angel.
I'll probably give it a little bit more than 4 games, to be honest with you.
Tiff, Tiff, you might have to go to 15, Tiff.
We'll
because
see.
you gotta include Bree. You can't if because Bree got to be in that rotation. She got to be somewhere in there, and then you say something to Carl, or whatever and stuff
We'll
like that.
See, I don't know. I gave Carl 2 more games today.
So, oh man.
If he showed me a little something at the end of these 3 games, I could give him.
She's not going to show you shit, Tiffy. I'm sorry to tell. I'm going to burst your bubble.
Well, he's not Tiffy. I think that it's going to come when it comes to it'll come to when it comes to like the Sky and Fever game, but the Suns game, they probably gonna I don't know. I think we'll have to see.
That's what I'm
just look, Jacob and Tim. I'm just rooting for Carl. I know you and Jacob already done said what y'all gonna say. And look, sooner or later, put it like this, guys. I get it. Coaches have certain systems that they play, certain systems they believe in. So it's either you gonna go with them certain systems or do you do what you gotta do to win these games? Because when you get into the playoffs, it's a different type of being that Carl just went there. He knows it's a different type of ball game when you enter those playoffs. You can't play like this for those playoffs. So he's gonna have to adjust and make some changes. I don't know what he said, Jacob. I ain't play his part because I'll be like, Carl. See, because Carl got that big heart, guys. That's why I be saying all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Not mid-D.
Carl, gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I almost turned Godfather on him in the chat today. You know what I'm saying? I almost went to the Godfather because I was like, wait a minute, Clark Kent, you is just not. You just not doing right tonight. You know what I'm saying? But then
I crazy. Clark Kent is crazy. That's a crazy name.
That's why I call him Carl Clint. That's what I call him.
That's even crazier.
Jacob, he be walking on that side like Timmy. Don't he be walking? He be walking like he be walking on that sideline like he got his little cake going back and forth, looking at the same stuff we looking at.
I can't tell if he's fat or if he's ripped. I can't tell.
You better leave Carl alone. Carl ain't look.
Hey, no. I'm not letting him go because that boy be like Tiffy said, he be bullshitting.
Okay, guys. Carl, you know you're gonna have to hear both versions, but it's all out of love. We want the best 5 players, and that coaches that look. Everybody can get it. That's what they be saying. That what Keisha now, and that what Tiffany and Jacob saying. They say everybody can get. No, look, you don't get no breaks. They're gonna tell you the truth, and they're gonna hit you with it, Carl. Okay, Carl. Now, me on the other hand, I'm just gonna tell you, like, I don't want to do the God. Have you watched The Godfather, Carl? I mean, I'm just saying 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I don't think you want Carl. Just do right, Carl. That's all I'm saying. Because if you don't, Jacob, Tiffy, Bro, Clyde, Keisha, Tony, Duvall, and Miss D, they're gonna get you. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be able to hold the words back, Carl. I'm not gonna be able to hold the words back.
And I'm the worst at everybody.
Oh yeah, Carl, get it right because Tiffany be going off in that chat, and we got these 3 games, and Carl, and next time Tiffany come, I can't stop her now. I ain't gonna be able to stop her. She gave you the light version today, and she gave you 3 more games. So we're gonna see.
Man, Tiffany gonna do that bullshit thing like, 3 more games. Oh, I'm gonna give him 5 more games. Oh,
no, that ain't Tiff. Tiff ain't even giving no games. Jacob, Tiffany been on him since the game started. She been on Carl head since preseason. What you talking about? Like,
I heard he was doing that bullshit with the no play versus Chicago Sky. I said, "Oh, what the fuck is this?"
But you kind of look. it was something that we already knew. It's like you ain't got to explain. We knew you wasn't running no plays. So once you put that out there, you just gave us confirmation because we're seeing that you're not running plays in some of these games too, Carl. We seeing it, Carl. So, but I think Jacob and Tiff, I think it's probably he probably gonna I think he'll probably run it back, guys, when Bree get back. We just gonna have to see. But like I said, Carl, Tiff is giving you 3 more games. Jacob is not giving. Tiff ain't really. She giving you 3. Well, she giving you grace 3 games. She's not really giving you the 3 games, Carl. I'm just gonna let you know that. And Jacob, here, no mercy, Carl. Me on the other hand, okay, Carl.
That's why that's why everybody calls me a hater because I'm always.
I'm gentle and I'm just go with the
flow.
Man,
you need to learn how to stop that gentle bull crap.
Oh, it's 2 sides to me now. Now.
Why don't you ever show the other side of you? Why don't you ever do that on YouTube?
It's a time and a place for it, Jacob. This don't get my pants in the fancy unless they start acting up or whatever.
Come on, man.
It depends, Jacob. When I say it depends on what it is, my daughter Tim, she was like, Mom, I think you is really crazy.
Well, there's a difference between being a mother and being on YouTube. There's a difference.
Yeah, well, I like the gentle. No, I am totally not that gentle. Well, I might be. I like the gentle parenting side when it comes to the sports, Jacob. I just got to be different. That's why it makes all of us branch out together the way we do and have our different shows. That's why I stick more to the history and stuff because, oh man, sometimes it be just too much. I have to give myself breaks too. When I go live and them games is serious. When you love the sport, guys, you be like, oh man, they give me a headache. I got to take a break today. I have to take breaks in there because they be off the chain. And I don't want to get myself kicked off of here because I done said the wrong thing. And because I will say the wrong thing. But it's been a peaceful season so far, guys. So we're gonna see what happened. But I think, Jacob, when you go through so much, you get to the point where you like you kind of calm down with it. Because I used to have a potty mouth. It was crazy. But thank you, Tiffy, for coming up here. Tiffy, I know you're gonna continue to do your thing, and I know right now you probably still on Carl's head, no matter what. And she gonna have some more to say in this next game. Why? She gonna be in the chat going, "Oh, for Carl," because he gonna start to do something, and Tiffy gonna come in, and she gonna say, "Tiffy coming in too. Tiff, you be coming in with a quickness too." Tiffy say what she gotta say, and the chat look. I'm over here, but the chat be on. Everybody be saying the same thing. Y'all, Jacob, all y'all be saying the same thing in the chat. So we know the next game, Tiffy is not gonna really get Carl no grace. She just try to be nice for 2.2 seconds.
Right. I'm gonna still drag him, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give him a little bit. I'm gonna give him a little compliment, 1 or 2, if they can win. But no, I appreciate you, ADP, for having me up here.
Yeah.
Let me get my little 1-2. Let me grab Carl's toupee. It's still on his head though. I haven't kept it.
Wild.
And we gonna see. We gonna see.
And he probably do. Tiffy, why you call? See, man, now you got me. Tiffy, you wrong for that. You know how when you talk about people's hair, you got me go look at it. And so every time I'm gonna look at Carl, I'm gonna be looking at his hair because he Carl, I'm sorry. I don't know if you wear one now. I'm sorry, Carl. This is Joe's. Carl, don't take us seriously. That's Tiffy started it. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be looking at your head kind of different now, Carl. It's okay.
No, that's
why you even paying attention to that.
I'm gonna have to now because Tiffy be bringing it up in the chat, Jacob, right? But now she done brought it off.
Why are you even focusing on a demand to pay?
I'm curious. Now I got I don't want to be all up in the under the Atlanta Dream in the thing. Talking about Cardo.
That's a little weird that you focusing on a man toupee. That's like a man saying, "Oh, I'm watching women's basketball to focus on to look at somebody's ass." That's what it meant. That's
Jacob,
what it meant.
they be looking at some people be. Jacob, I had people approach me. They stop now. Now it's getting a little bit. It's getting better. They will come and say, "Is that your real hair?" Let me tell you something. Anything is my real hair. I don't care if I buy it, pay for it, apply it. I don't care. It's my real hair.
Right.
Okay. Like what part of planet you on? Now that's when you want to see somebody go off, Jacob. Ask me, is that your real hair? And you in public. you might mess around and find out that day. Don't be messing with me and my hair.
ADP, you think this is all bad when I crash out about how beautiful a woman is in a basketball game? I say, oh, let me climb that tree.
Well, your uncle do it too, and but I can.
That's how I get it from. That's where I get it from. I get it from Uncle Claude.
I tell you, boy, and Brown guys, did y'all? Okay, we're gonna get out of here. But did y'all know? I don't know if y'all been following threads. I thought Kalani Brown was gonna go to the link. She been hinting at something. I don't know what it is. She kept saying something's coming up. I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, or was it 3 weeks ago? She was saying something's coming. Do you think she can really be on somebody's team? Because why would she? If it was something else, she would have probably said that. So you think Kalani Brown gonna be on somebody's team?
Miss D better not troll me about Kalani Brown. I know that.
Yeah, Tiffy, you think Kalani Brown gonna be on somebody else's team?
I think she will eventually because she did buy out her contract with Phoenix, but I just don't know. Like that's why I'm keeping an eye on the Sky because I don't really see any other team that really needs a big. I mean, Atlanta needs one, but we do not need her.
Well, you have Angel and you have Medina.
Yeah, but I was like, just in case, like, because I don't know Bree's timetable. Like, she's taking shots, but it's a chance she could come back and she won't be ready. So I'm like, all right. But the Sky, like, if the Sky are going to move Kamilla, I could see them taking some shooters from another team, giving them Kamilla, and then like filling in that extra big with Kalani Brown. So who knows? They picked up Natasha Cloud, so who knows?
They gon' look, Tiffany, like I said with Miller going to a good team. And watch how the difference. Watch the difference. Okay. We gonna sit back because everybody was saying that with Angel and everybody was saying no. And look what happened.
That's bro club. Do not put anybody else in this bullshit. That's bro club because he's too delusional about a Chicago team.
But something is cooking in the water. Because like I was saying, Tiffany, like I was saying, Jacob, before, it's repetition when it comes to that front office. I don't even want to talk about them too much because it starts to give you a headache when you talk about it. It's a rep. They do stuff. They do the same stuff over and over again. The same hit pieces. It's like the same stuff. So something is cooking. We know what Mark said, but at the same time, they cooking something for you too. I'm sorry, March. Allegedly, March. I'm sorry. I mean, just don't trust them. Okay, I'm sorry. I know them your bosses, and you probably doing what you got to do, but they cooking something up. So they would trade for some shooters. So what? Oh well, Tiffany said she think Millica would go to Houston.
Houston no, they got shooters. Never mind. I can't. They got a shooter, but the
no. I'm talking about Miller. Miller going to going over there with Anissa. So you think the Houston Comets is gonna get Juju? That I think.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be Houston or Washington that gets Juju. Washington clearly because of JD5, but I think that
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Hey, thank you for bringing that up, Tiffy. Thank you for bringing that up, Tiffy.
Tiffy, really? Tiffy, you gonna do me like that on the
Yeah, JD5, boy.
Tiffy, you know how Jacob and Dblocck getting football season talking about my JD5 and claiming
hey,
that
Juju, do
is
us
his
a favor.
boy.
Take him away.
Dang, am I the only one that's lost in this thing about Juju?
What do you mean about
I got to see how this season go. I got to watch and see now because Tiffany just said, I guess I'm behind. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Okay.
ADP.
I mean, I seen Tiffany, I seen that at the games, I see the mama, I see all that stuff, Tiffany. I've been saying it, Tiffany. I'm just saying, I was just trying to say, well, now that you don't put it in there on top of Dblocck and Jacob, I don't think I'm gonna win this one.
What do you mean?
Oh man.
Wait,
and she said it and she didn't stutter either, Jacob. Oh
what do you
man,
mean by
y'all
that?
killing me.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if that's the case, Tiffany, she probably will go to Washington. Because they not JD5 ain't going nowhere. So
yeah, but
okay.
I think that if you're going to bring back, if they did so much to get rid of the Connecticut Sun to bring it to Houston, there's no way that that Juju's locker is not already ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the way, and that's what I'm looking at Connecticut for a trade, because they waived HBL, right? They have benched Anissa when she's put great games. Like, they're committed to tanking.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, because she's the double queen this season. Anissa Morrow is so. And because her and Rivers were cooking, and all of a sudden, a couple of games they were like this. I said, wait a minute, what's going on? 1-8 though. I think they done played 8 games in there. 9. How many games? Ooh, they done lost so many. I can't keep track.
I need to say something to Tiffy. Tiffy, do you realize that Hannah Hidalgo's in next year's draft? Also, they're probably possibly trying to tank for her as well.
They could, but you're like, if you look at it, they already have Layla Lacan, who is their PG, so they don't really need like a ball dominant shooting guard. Well, I guess they don't really need a ball dominant shooting guard. I'm sure they would be fine with Hannah Hidalgo, but the fact that they have they keep getting rid of good players, I think they're going to get Juju, mainly because the NBA and the WNBA are invested in having the Houston Comets be a big thing.
Yeah, and they're going to be a big thing too.
Yeah, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I'm not sure what's going to happen because of the bullshit with the lottery. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sparks are somehow in this shit. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, ain't no. I mean,
yeah.
Who else coming out? In that.
Madison Booker out of Texas. Michaela Williams out of LSU. KK Arnold, Ashton Shade. They're coming out. I'm just naming players coming out of this. That's going to be a senior next year.
But they already said, Jacob. I think they got MK going to Mystics, didn't they?
I never heard that. That's news to me.
I might be wrong. You know how they put out the stuff.
I don't look at that stuff. That stuff is bullshit.
Okay. Maybe that's why I was like, maybe I'm too early. Okay, yeah, they got. Okay, and for what? Lay coming out too, ain't she?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. That class. Oh yeah, that class is deep. That's what I'm saying.
More than that. It's more than that. There's a lot of great players in this draft class.
That's why the boy that cried wolf gonna get lost in the sauce, Tiffy. I'm telling you, because it's too much.
Y'all are not the first people to say that. I'm gonna be
seriously.
Right.
I've been saying it because that's what I'm saying. They're getting tired of those shenanigans and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know what happened. That's why I keep going over that story. You keep doing that, if people get it. gets on that nerve to get irritated for the same thing. But you gotta do more. These rookies coming up in here, they have more in their bags. They're not just shooters. They're what, two-way players, and I mean, oh my gosh, they dominant. Like, you got a lot. This class is coming in next. You got a lot of dogs. You got a lot of dogs coming up in there.
Yeah.
So and Audie comes out too. And I'm looking to see where Audie's gonna go, because Audie's going to somebody. Like I said, she remind me of that vet Danielle. I forgot Danielle's last name. So I'm gonna see how Audie do this year.
Damn, wait, who?
Huh? It was a vet I was talking about. She played in the league for. She went overseas, but I think she played over in the league for at least, I want to say, 5 years. And she was like she played like Audie. I forgot what team it was, Jacob, but I could see Audie playing like that. So I'm curious to see how Audie do this year in her new system. We're gonna see, because they got a lot of people coming out. They got too many people. They got a lot of people coming out. This next class is gonna be interesting to see where they go. Cause they ain't nobody dropping Juju. They get Juju, ain't nobody dropping her.
Right. I do think I think that Juju there is a small possibility chance that she could end up not with the Sparks unless they get rid of that coach, but she could end up, I guess she could like end up in California. But with all of those draft capital, I've been thinking, like, what is Washington doing with like 2-3 first round picks? They could bundle it up and move up from 2 to 1 for Juju.
Oh yeah. Look, Washington up to something, Tiffany. I'm telling you that. That's one of the teams that's getting all the good picks. Well, they ain't get Olivia, but they got a lot of good picks. And you know what's so crazy, guys? What if Hannah wound up on? Let me hush. No, she ain't gonna wind up on.
No, say it. Just say it. ADP. Say it.
I said, what if they wind up mess around, be on the same team? That would be some crazy stuff, wouldn't it?
Ooh, Hannah and Juju.
No, I'm talking about
Olivia and Hannah.
Hannah and Olivia Miles. That would be interesting, but we're gonna see where these ladies go, because it's gonna be interesting. I do think has Latson. I think she needs to. I like her on LA, but let me hush. I don't even want to talk about it. But
nah, that's the reason why a lot of people are saying, "Oh, she might go to the Sparks," because they're gonna get rid of that coach. If they're gonna say, well, if it's between drafting Juju and that coach, they're gonna fire that coach and bring someone else in.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying.
And guess whose name was ADP that I asked the person, who do you think they're gonna bring in? Guess who they said? Guess who they said?
Bring in what, the Sparks?
Yeah, for a new head coach. Guess who they said?
Teaspoon.
Yep.
Shut up! No way.
Yeah, they actually no. That's not like no. We were just guessing. I asked like, who do you think?
Oh. Okay. I think she's gonna be back, Jacob. I think she's gonna be back, guys. I think Teaspoon gonna get her team, if that's what she wants. Because I think I don't know. Getting over. I think she's. You never get over something like that, but I think she's a fighter. So, I think now, next year will be good. So we're gonna see. That would be nice. That would be nice if she.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, I do think Teaspoon will be Juju's coach. I don't know where it's gonna. I could see that in LA. I could also see Washington firing their coach, and putting her there. I could see Connecticut Sun firing their coach and putting her there.
Yeah, he's gone. I'll tell you that right now, Tiffy. There's no confirmed reports, but he's gone. You can tell.
Yeah, so I feel like wherever Juju, if the league is smart, right? Wherever Juju is going, put Teaspoon there as her head coach, because Teaspoon is going to be the coach that makes Juju into an actual facilitator.
Yeah, you see how you see it, and guys, did y'all watch that the Prime Sport
Yes,
where
I
she was
saw it.
telling Swin Cash how to do Asia?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like Spoon, don't tell nobody else.
Yep. Yep.
And they knew she was telling the truth. That's why they was like, don't tell nobody else.
Yeah, I'm. That's one thing I'm keeping my eye on. I'm keeping my eye on Teaspoon coaching Juju sometime in the near future.
And they, because oh man, they need Lisa Leslie up on somebody's too. But Lisa Leslie said she ain't going out for that no more.
Man, every time I try to talk to Tiffy, she just ignore my ass because she hates my ass.
No, because she grown, Jacob.
Man, I'm 22 years old. We not doing this, ADP.
She'll put you to sleep. Go with a bottle.
Man, I'm 22 years old. She probably like, what, 27?
Don't worry about how old Tiffy is.
Hey, you acting like she way older than me. That's why I said it.
Tiffy is a grown woman. She ain't got time to play with you, Jacob. Okay.
Y'all are funny. This how I know it's too late at night for me to be on this panel.
Man, this is not even the craziest I've been. I was crazy early. I was crashing out.
And Tiffy, this is the calmest Jacob being on my panel. So I'm just saying thank you, Tiffy, for your presence. he usually crash out the whole time, Tiffy. You know how he is.
Well, it's because you set the rules, ADP. If you set the rules, I will follow.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, Jake. I really appreciate it. Guys, well, we're going to get up out of here because I'm supposed to be at the bank in the morning. I hope nobody don't rob me because I'm up here with Tiffy and Jacob talking about.
Man.
No, guys, really, I like to run my errands early when the stores first open up. So I ain't got to be bothered by people. I know that's sad, ain't it? But I do that.
ADP, you gotta learn how to go through that. That's life.
And I ain't taking no kids with me. Oh Lord, Casey ain't gonna be in there picking up everything, wanting to buy. You know.
Oh, don't even bring the kid. Just go by yourself.
Oh, I do. That's what I do, Jake. I go and I be gone for about 2-3 hours. I know that
2-3 hours.
Cause I like to look around. You know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff.
Is that like a big? Is it like a big store?
First I'm going to the bank, and then I gotta go to the Hobby Lobby. Don't come for. I gotta go to the Hobby Lobby and
Hey, JD5. Hey, JD5.
I gotta make sure. I gotta check him out too. I've been on Shador so much with following Case out. I gotta make sure I check on JD too, so we can be ready or whatever. No, I don't know how you wake up to can you hold a phone that you don't even pay for with your little self? We can ready to go to bed, Casey. You know what that is?
How was Casey not in bed yet?
He was asleep, but my big mouth, because I'm on the headphones, so I'm talking really like, I'm not used to these beats and stuff like that. My daughter gave them to me, so I'll be talking to guys like I'm at a concert, I guess.
Wait, ADP, is it 4 a.m. where you're at?
Yeah, and I'm gonna get up and.
Casey should be in bed. Casey, go to bed.
He is in bed. Hold up now. I did not tell y'all I'm running the house over here, Jacob. He just.
I know, but it is almost 5 a.m. ADP. I would have got my butt beat if I was up at his age.
He gonna go back to sleep though. He just got up for a second. He ain't standing up now. He won't up. That's why you notice you ain't hear nothing tonight. You would have said Casey trying to get in the door. Moo can't try to get in the door tonight. Moo was counting them Z's. Moo getting ready to go back to bed because I'm getting ready to go to bed and get up in about 4 hours so I can run my errands. But yeah, I told you I get up early, Jake. I got time to be playing in America, and I got to get my Wingstop for lunch tomorrow too.
Wingstop? Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
Momo, get in bed, Momo. Get in bed.
Okay. Wingstop.
That's my favorite, Jacob. Everybody know I love the Wingstop. I mean, I have
Wingstop.
not. I ain't had Wingstop about 2 weeks now. Okay, Jacob. When was
2
Mother's
weeks?
Day?
Oh, that's not enough. You got to go a month.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am trying to say what for my tickets. Tiffany, you coming to Atlanta so you can go to the games, Tiffany? Or what's going on? You gonna wait till she come your way, Tiffany?
I'm gonna have to catch her on the road. I'm not gonna know. Actually, I don't know. I'm thinking of the
I just know Tiffany's age, but just by the way she talking, she in her 30s. Goddamn.
Anyway, so I'm thinking that they need to move to a bigger arena, but all the big arena games in Atlanta are, it's gonna be a rally, and I cannot be. The game I would want to go to is the June 19th when they're playing that team, but I would like to not be get into a fight in the arena because I already know how I'd be. I would like to not get into an altercation in the arena. So I'm gonna try and catch.
Oh, you gotta control yourself. You
No, it's not that. That's not what she's talking about. Me and she were supposed to go to some games. But I know I told her, she gave me the list. I want to go to in July because that's my birthday month. But Tiffany, I'm like, after hearing about the hot box, I can't do that. Like, I mean, I got to really, I'm gonna have to really like take. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna need a cooling thing on my body or something, because I don't like nobody behind me or beside me or in front of me.
You said hot box. You smoke?
No, Jacob, that's what Tiffany talking about. It's too hot in the they not all the games are not at State Farm. So some of the games, the people are saying that they're hot and they're burning up and they have to have fans and stuff. So I know that they're saying that they're gonna move. They said some updates are coming soon. So Tiffany, hold on. They said some updates coming soon. So we're gonna see what happens because it's hot in there, Jacob.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what everybody say. Even a lot of people.
Not saying it's hot. It's like 140 degrees here in California. Don't do that bullshit.
No, I'm talking about in the inside of the building. Jacob, I can't go in nobody's place and be hot.
Right, especially you're inside. It's supposed to be cool. There's no AC.
I don't know what's going on with the AC, but from what I heard, because I'm like 40 minutes from there. So from what I heard over in that section is they don't be playing no games and stuff like that. You get up there and you hire somebody frustrate you and you kind of like move your hand back a little bit back there. They will lock you up. Okay. So I don't have no bail money right now. I gotta pay Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill is 13. Look, well, no, that's about 2,000. Ooh, yeah, add the lights and everything. I'm getting ready to hit him up, and he costs me right now. So I can't do no bail. I can't do no bail money. My bills is something else.
ADP, I told you Tiffy told me. I told you Tiffy thinks I'm ugly. I told you she thinks I'm ugly.
Tiffy ain't looking at you. Jacob, let me tell you something. Tiffany probably do like I do with people. Some people just do not exist.
I'm sorry that she's cute as shit. I am sorry. My black women
some people just don't look at people like that. Some people just ignore, like they not looking at you like that. Like they're she not even think about you, like
I know that. I'm just
so when she's not thinking about you, when she's not thinking about you, it's not even about no looks and that. She just really not thinking about you, Jake. I'm just trying to put this in a nice answer way. She is just
I know that.
She just grown, and you probably I told you, Jacob, Similac, Infamil, Jacob. Jacob, you still.
It's
Jacob,
getting too late to be on this stream, y'all. It's
1 a.m. I had crazy news to me. It's just that black women are my weakness.
Jacob,
she knows that.
Stop shooting your shots. I'm gonna tell Gummy. I ain't got time. I'm gonna tell Gummy.
You gonna tell bro? Call out you. He's not gonna do nothing.
I'm gonna tell Tony too. I'm gonna tell them all.
Oh, you gonna tell Tony I'm gonna get cussed out by? Oh no, I'm gonna get trolled by Mid D.
Oh yeah, you know I'm gonna tell Detroit.
Mid
I'm
D's
telling
gonna
her for
troll.
real.
Mid
Yep.
D's gonna say, "Baby Jacob, why are you hitting up other women, baby Jacob?"
Oh my gosh, Jacob sleepy. That's what I think.
No,
Guys, thank you.
It's 1 a.m. It is like almost 2 a.m. So that's why I'm
Thank
acting
you,
crazy.
but now, serious. Thank you guys for hanging in there.
Mhm.
Thank you, Tiffy and Jacob, for coming on the panel, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, Tiffy, get him 3 games, and we're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna let you have the floor, Tiffy. So yeah, guys, shout out to you guys, and we're gonna get us. Well, we'll get us a little rest. I mean, we're gonna get us some little naps in there. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Tiffy and Jacob, for coming up. Good night. Good morning. Good night, morning. Okay.
Man.
Peace.